In the main hall of a certain sect, a loud shout rang out. "Old man, today is the day when the saint son of Taishan Holy Land is being conferred. How can there be room for an inner disciple like you to act recklessly in this hall? Nonsense. The so-called Taishan Holy Land is nothing special among the 6 great holy lands of Donghuang. Relying on power to oppress others, flattering from beginning to end, without even asking the saint woman's opinion. To force her to marry someone she has never met. If I don't seek justice for her today, then I no longer need the identity of an inner disciple of Taishan Holy Land. This guy named Yi Chen, has he gone mad, to dare say such things in front of everyone? Although his talent is not bad, angering that superior, I'm afraid our entire Taishan Holy Land will be implicated." "Yi Chen, is it? I remember that you went through no less than 100 battles before advancing from Tianqing to here, joining our Taishan Holy Land from a small place. Now you're telling me that you want to give up the identity of an inner disciple of Taishan Holy Land, is that right?" A breath of air was released, causing the young disciples in the hall to feel a sudden sense of terror. "I am just speaking up for the saint woman. I cannot bear to watch her be pushed into a pit of fire." "You arrogant little brat, how dare you speak so disrespectfully to young Master Gu? Who are you calling a pit of fire?" Suchinga turned her head and looked at Guchanga's expression, softly calling, "Young Master Gu." But Guchanga remained sitting, his eyes closed, appearing very cold. In fact, Guchanga had just crossed over. When he woke up, he found himself trapped in such a complicated situation. Moreover, his identity, Guchanga, seemed to be a villain character. According to the tradition of comics, he was a stepping stone, someone who would be ruthlessly slapped in the face. The only difference was that he had a system that others didn't know about. Bulletin board. Character, Guchanga. Identity, disciple of the Dao Tian Immortal Palace. Bloodline, Demon Heart Dao Bone. Cultivation, Peak Saint Lord Realm. Skill, Divine Dao, Humble Sky Sutra Transformation, 10,000 Demons Devouring, Immortal Demon Power. Destiny, 50 points. Luck, 30 points. Trading system. Not yet activated. According to the system's analysis, the levels of luck range from low to high as red, orange, yellow, green, cyan blue, and purple. Ordinary people usually only reach red. And this guy named Yi Chen, unexpectedly has green luck, truly the child of the god of luck. As for Guchanga himself, it's all black. Dylans don't live long, with luck dropping straight to black, constantly reminding him to be careful not to die. "Guchanga, what are you pretending for? Hurry up and say something." Seeing that Guchanga didn't speak, the Taishan saint's son immediately responded on his behalf. "Nonsense. Is the young master's name something you can just call out? Yi Chen, today in front of everyone, you repeatedly challenge the sect. You are truly insidious and cunning. That's right, daring to speak disrespectfully to young Master Gu is a crime that cannot be forgiven. This person named Yi Chen really doesn't know the sky from the earth and even dares to pretend not to know. What is going on? Why is everyone on Guchanga's side? Clearly, I am the one with the strongest talent, I am the future leader. Even Qing, he isn't speaking up for me, what's going on? Our relationship was so good. Seeing that little brat's miserable look, I actually feel quite pleased. Guchanga, do you think that pretending to be silent and not speaking will help? What else can you do, besides bullying others with your power? This Yi Chen really doesn't know how to value his life. Saint Lord, let me go and capture Yi Chen, to apologize to young Master Gu. I apologize. Taishan Xingzi stretched out his hand, lightning flashing, charging towards Yi Chen. Yi Chen is no ordinary person. Flames erupted from his body, ready to fight. One green, one red, missing yellow, it would have been a traffic light. The two fists collided, and the energy exploded with extreme intensity. Yi Chen really didn't know how much strength he had to dare to confront Taishan Xingzi. Taishan Xingzi is at the half-step divine realm, while Yi Chen is only at the soul palace realm. Moreover, the Saint Sun also has the thunder flesh divine body. This Su family's strength has improved greatly. This battle had no surprises. Naive. The world's levels are like this: body refinement, spirit sea, soul palace. Divine ability, great power, Saint Lord, Wind Marquis, Wind King, and Void God. This Yi Chen can't even win such an ordinary fight, how is he worthy of the luck he carries? However, things didn't go as everyone expected. Yi Chen actually managed to repel the Saint Sun. Saint Sun, or whatever, it's just like that. Yi Chen's attitude when speaking was extremely arrogant. Yi Chen is only at the Soul Palace realm, how could he withstand Tai Xian Xingzi? Though it's unclear, he's really too cool. The male disciples beside them immediately reminded, shut up, do you want to offend young Master Gu? As expected. As the male lead, his ability and contempt for the masses are indeed impressive. Everything Yi Chen did today was to stop Tai Xian Xingti from marrying his daughter to me. Then, the one with a luck value of 350, and wearing yellow, must be the female lead from the script. If that's the case, offending him is destined. Gu Changge smiled slightly and started talking to Qinghe. You seem very confident in this, Yi Chen? You're trying so hard to act calm to let me know that you have no relationship with Yi Chen? Are you afraid of what I might do to him? What a smart woman. After saying that, he picked up the cup and said, that's all. Out of fear, Su Qingge accidentally spilled all the water. I'm not a beast, why are you so nervous? No, nothing. Such hot tea, it's better to let a servant pour it. What if you accidentally hurt your hand? What would you do then? A notification appeared, and Su Qingge's heart changed. The male protagonist Yi Chen's luck decreased by 10 points. At the same time, Gu Changge's luck increased by 10 points. Seeing these actions, Yi Chen's eyes almost bled, wishing he could devour Gu Changge alive. Gu Changge, get your filthy hands off. Your opponent is me. Su Xian, do you really think, as the Saint Sun, I wouldn't dare to kill you? According to the normal script, Yi Chen would probably start weak and become strong, defeating Su Xian. Then, he would seize the opportunity to challenge me, using the protagonist's golden finger to control the entire world. With his talent and cultivation, he would successfully return a few years later to settle the score with me. By then, I would die in the streets. Unfortunately for him, I've crossed over, and I've already seen through this cliched plot. How could I let you win? My life will not be dictated by such a shitty plot. Gu Changge stopped sitting and immediately stood up. His handsome appearance and the disdainful expression towards the world made it obvious to anyone that he was quite attractive. If this matter involves me, then there's no need for Saint Sun, Su Xian, to worry. Pretend. Do you think I'm afraid of you? What I mean by not being afraid is stupid. After speaking, Gu Changge directly released his aura towards Yi Chen. Unable to withstand it, Yi Chen was left only with his verbal skills, cursing Gu Changge as despicable. Gu Changge couldn't be bothered to say anything more. His aura intensified. Watching Yi Chen kneel on the ground, Gu Changge asked, what do you want me to say? Several disciples from the Taishan sacred land were drenched in sweat. This momentum, could it be that young Master Gu is actually this powerful? As expected of someone from the upper realm. That Yi Chen truly overestimated himself. Su Qingxia also couldn't stand steady at this moment and had to rely on the table behind her for support. As expected of someone from the upper realm, already so strong at such a young age. Truly someone not to be offended. At this moment, Yi Chen was still kneeling at Gu Changge's feet, unable to raise his head. Meanwhile, Gu Changge completely ignored him and focused on the system notifications in front of him. Yi Chen's luck was deducted, and the system master's talent value increased by 50 points. The destiny points also increased. These points could be used to improve martial techniques, or of course, to increase cultivation. Gu Changge's mind stirred slightly as he entered the system space. System, if I kill Yi Chen now, how many destiny points will I gain? People with high luck are protected by the supreme beings. With your destiny value, performing such an action will result in a backlash. So, offending people with high luck will lead to misfortune? No wonder my luck has always been bad. As expected, the villain character is like this. For luck, it is difficult to predict, fate is hard to determine. With your current strength, killing Yi Chen isn't hard, but there will be some variables because you are the greatest variable. So, what you're saying is that I can't kill him now, but I can use some methods to lower his luck value. Once it's reduced to a certain level, I can take action, right? Exactly. These things are closely related to the protagonist. After leaving the system space, Guchanga glanced at Su Qingxia and thought to himself that forcing Qingxia to influence Yichen might not be a bad idea. Ha ha ha, young Master Gu, so young yet with such profound cultivation. Just that aura alone makes people tremble. Young Master Gu is truly a godlike figure. We thought that with Taishan sacred land's inheritance lasting for 10,000 years and its vast territory, we were already the supreme rulers of the world. But today, after meeting young Master Gu, we realize that there are always people beyond people, and heavens beyond heavens. You flatter me, my strength is nothing to speak of. The Holy Sun also spoke up. Due to my insufficient cultivation, I am truly ashamed to trouble young Master Gu to intervene. No problem, young Master Gu, please spare us. He still doesn't know his place. Yichen truly is ungrateful. But Yichen, this kid, isn't afraid of tigers, nor the sound of gunshots, and still doesn't believe what just happened. He stood up, preparing to attack Guchanga again. Unfortunately, his fist was blocked by some invisible force. Guchanga waved his hand. And Yichen uncontrollably flew into a pillar. Blood flowed out, and he just lay there quietly, motionless. Yichen disregarded the sect rules, ignored advice, and repeatedly offended important guests. Immediately seal his cultivation and imprison him in the dungeon. Awaiting Master Gu's personal judgment. Previously, Master Gu showed mercy, but Yichen dared to launch a surprise attack. Indeed, it was embarrassing. He had ruined the reputation of the Taishan Holy Land. Let me out. I am the most talented disciple here, I am the hope of the sect. Guchanga flew back to the original spot. As he flew past Su Qingxia, he casually asked her, I heard the moon is beautiful tonight. I wonder if I could share the moonlight with you. Ha ha ha, after going through this matter, Master Gu can still be so graceful, he truly has a generous heart. Of course, my little daughter agreed. Seeing Su Qingxia's worried expression, the old sect master was also quite troubled and sent a voice transmission to his daughter. The fate of their sect is in the hands of this young master. Qingxia, you must not make any mistakes now. Su Qingxia softly responded. Yichen's luck value plummeted, and he couldn't help but spit out a mouthful of blood. Yichen's state of mind was affected, and his luck directly decreased by 100 points. The contract holder's destiny value increased by 500 points. Guchanga understood, the so-called child of destiny, could it be that they are worse than the system? Although it's a bit troublesome, the process of slowly crushing this ant is quite interesting. As night fell, a figure stood on the rooftop, listening to the conversation between the old sect master and Su Qingxia. Qingxia, your father knows that you have feelings for Yichen, but given the current situation. Before the old sect master could finish, Su Qingxia interrupted. I understand. Compared to the benefits brought by that young master, how could a Yichen be comparable? Hearing his daughter say this, the old sect master could only sigh. If there's nothing else, then go and ask that young master yourself. On the rooftop, the old man in green also vanished. The young master indeed sees things with the insight of a god. The Taishan pavilion master called Su Qingxia over to express his concerns. Today's Taishan Holy Land is already strong, but with its weaknesses. The strongest elder had actually passed away 300 years ago. However, the outside world is still unaware. Therefore, Master Gu, you are the most reliable pillar they can rely on. Besides that, the Taishan pavilion master's wife was once a noblewoman from the upper realm who was captured and taken back to the upper realm. He also hopes to use his relationship with you to find out her whereabouts. Everything had been guessed by Guchanga. Guchanga ordered Ming Lao to monitor everything regarding Yichen in the dungeon. Ming Lao was curious, wondering why the young master was so interested in Yichen. He possesses immense luck, which might be the fate between him and me. The old servant understands. After Master Ming left, Guchanga finally let out a long sigh. Being caught between two people with luck, it was indeed not easy to make a move. An announcement appeared, congratulating the host on completing the first day of face-slapping success, breaking through the beginner period. Rewards were given, a domain-breaking talisman, a 5-colored magic robe, and a portion of a damaged world seed. What is this damaged world seed? After refining the world seed, one can cultivate the inner body through 10,000 worlds, with endless fate, creating life and death on its own. Interesting, a world that forms on its own within the body. If it's a world seed that can analyze or examine worlds, then who in this world could possibly kill me? System, add points for me. Cultivation, peak of the Saint Master realm. Life points, 560. Luck points, 40. System transaction has reached 1000 days. Guchanga opened his eyes, and an overwhelming aura surged out. The room was destroyed beyond recognition. The aura shot straight into the sky. A group of disciples was left confused, not knowing which major figure was behind this trouble. Even the old sect leader was extremely surprised. Su Qinglan was also shaken. A hand appeared. It was another woman who looked exactly like her. Looking at your current state, from a different perspective, Guchanga is steady, strong in power, and far superior to Yi Chen in every aspect. You and I, one body, two souls. I know you, but before I could finish speaking, Su Qinglan scolded me, shut up. Guchanga has now broken through to the Wind Marquee realm. Feeling the strength and cultivation brought by the Wind Marquee realm, he was very satisfied. In such a short time, to gain so much talent and cultivation. The system is truly powerful. But having just broken through a level, it drained all my life points. It seems the cost of this cultivation method is quite high. Anyway, with the system, it's not too late to find a way to increase my life points later. Yi Chen, oh Yi Chen, although your efforts in cultivation seem quite sloppy, when suppressed by me, you really do look quite handsome. I hope you can offer me some life points now. When I drain everything from you, your day of death will also come. The dungeon of the Taishan sacred land. What exactly happened? For the past 3 years, no matter what happened, I could turn difficulties into ease. Why am I facing such an outcome now? Yi Fan slammed against the wall fiercely, wishing he could dig out Gu Chongqing's heart. Inside his ring. Suddenly, a wisp of soul flew out. A shadow with red hair, looking somewhat thin due to poverty. Master, where have you been before? Why didn't you come to save me? At that time, there was the divine consciousness of a king present. I suspect that person is related to the enemy who harmed me back then, so I didn't show up. That being said, you shouldn't have acted so impulsively. Impulsive? Do you want me to deliver Su Qingga to you with my own hands? Her talent is. This matter needs to be considered from a long-term perspective. Gu Chongqing's background is extremely terrifying, and behind him lies an unshakable force. So what? It's just that my fortune has temporarily declined. Not knowing to reflect on the mistakes made in one's impulsiveness, the attitude is so arrogant. The current task is to escape. I can feel that there are many strong people in this dungeon. Perhaps? Before his master could finish speaking, Yi Chen said that he had a way. The Taishan sacred land has been able to remain steady for 100 years, ultimately because other sects fear the strength of the Supreme Elder. But how could outsiders know that the Supreme Elder passed away 300 years ago? Master, if you release this news, all the major sects, watching the Taishan sacred land, will gather here. At that time, I can easily escape. If that happens, the Taishan sacred land might face the disaster of extermination. After all, they've saved your life many times over the years. I don't care. They were the ones who were unkind first. I just want them to know that those who offend Yi Chen will surely pay the price. The two were chatting happily, unaware that their conversation had already been overheard by Elder Ming. Is the opportunity the young master speaks of a wisp of residual soul from a powerful expert of past days? The moon had already risen. At this moment, Su Qingga and Guchanga were sitting on the mountaintop, talking. What young Master Gu said is really interesting. Is the upper realm really that vast? I've already said that Guchanga is indeed a very attentive and knowledgeable person, far stronger than someone named Yi Chen. Is the upper realm big? Just go see for yourself and you'll know. Young Master, are you joking? Without the strength of the virtual god realm, how could one pass through the barrier? Right now, most of the powerful figures from the major sacred lands in the eastern wilderness have only just reached half of the Wind Marquee realm. How could they ascend to the upper realm? Is the virtual god realm that strong? If you truly make it to the upper realm, you'll realize that the virtual god realm is nothing at all. Young Master, if we were in the upper realm, could you protect me with all your strength? Oh, what do you mean by that? I know that with my status, it's hard for you to like me, but Qingga is willing to follow you. Beep. Su Qingga's mood changed, and Yi Chen's luck decreased by 40 points. The contractor's destiny points increased by 200 points. If a change happens to someone connected to the child of fate, does it reduce their luck points and increase my destiny points as well? If that's the case, things are simple. Wanting me to like her, the attitude of the Saintess of Chinga changes so quickly. Is this fast change to make me spare Yi-Chen? I dare not. Chinga knows that it's difficult for someone like me to enter your sights. Everything is just to show my sincerity, hoping that young master won't mind what happened today. Oh, Yi-Chen is so infatuated with you, even risking a fallout with the Taishan sacred land, and this is how you respond to him? I cannot change anything about Yi-Chen's matter. For the sect and my father, nothing else matters. Young master, actually, Chinga's constitution is the 9-in Xuanxia body. No one knows about this except me. Su Chinga first developed a mindset of obedience, and Yi-Chen's luck decreased by 40 points. The contractor's destiny points increased by 200 points. The 9-in Xuanxia body is indeed a furnace for refining talent. Actively telling me this shows quite a bit of sincerity. In this way, Yi-Chen's luck for today has already dropped by more than 300 points. Considering the situation with the Taishan pavilion and my status, Su Chinga indeed understands the big picture. She is truly a rational and intelligent woman. Hee, while cutting the leeks, I can still enjoy the peach blossoms. It seems that playing the villain is quite enjoyable. Seeing Guchanga lost in thought, Su Chinga kept calling to him. The 9-in Xuanxia body truly is a furnace for refining talent. She actually told me like this. The sect is the 1,000-year-old effort of my family. In comparison, what am I worth? As long as the young master helps the Taishan sacred land get out of this predicament, Qing Xia is willing to dedicate herself. System, with such a voluntary delivery, wouldn't her luck decline? Currently, if something were to happen to Su Qingxia and Yi-Chen, their fortune could very likely be devoured by fate. Damn the heavens, adding fortune to the mix, it's already expected that there wouldn't be any good outcomes. You told me this secret, aren't you afraid I'll reveal it? Qingxia trusts the young master very much. Chuan Chang'e suddenly stood up and turned to leave. Regarding her rare physique, Chuan could pretend he didn't hear it. If the holy maiden Qingxia wants to use this opportunity to move me, then you should go back. When Su Qingxia tried to grab his hand, she was immediately pushed away. Holy maiden, please show some self-respect. Su Qingxia was surprised and didn't understand what was happening. Watching Chuan Chang'e slowly leave. A beauty offering herself couldn't even arouse his interest. Chuan Chang'e really surprised me. Thinking back to the morning in the main hall, Chuan Chang'e actually didn't do anything wrong, yet you were the first to think he was the bad guy. Could it be that you wronged Chuan Chang'e? Su Qingxia's perspective changed. The fortune index increased by 20, and the destiny index increased by 100. Su Qingxia had performed a play. Was she trying to convince herself? If so, then it was time to deal with Yi-Chen. As the young master predicted, Yi-Chen indeed has the remnant soul of a powerful being behind him. Hello, Chuan Chang'e, what are you doing here? Naturally, I came here to see you. No, I came to pay respects to the powerful being behind you. What are you saying? I don't understand your meaning. Stop pretending. Who are you trying to fool with that expression? Does the senior still want to hide? This kind of hiding is not the style of a powerful being. I never intended to oppose the young master. Why make things difficult for me, a mere remnant soul? Senior, you misunderstand. I was just curious, which divine figure could have taught this foolish and useless Yi-Chen? I didn't expect it to be not the old man, but the little sister. Guchanga, who are you calling useless? Regarding the pearl tarnished with dust, there is an old saying, since ancient times, the smart bird chooses the branch it rests on. Senior has always been by Yi-Chen's side. Isn't it because of talent not being properly utilized? Is this a scheme to sow discord? Despicable and shameless, Guchanga, not only did you take my Chinga, now you want to take my master too? Take your Chinga? I, Gu, wouldn't dare to claim that. You should know, from beginning to end, it was she who volunteered. You are talking nonsense. A person should always move forward, this is the law of survival for all things. As for you, if you truly want your master to live well, stop hurting her. Do you think a wisp of residual soul can live forever in this world? If Senior is willing to follow me, I can not only restore her body, but I can also bring her back to her former peak. Guchanga, this is between my master and me. Stop spouting nonsense here. Have you ever heard of me tearing your mouth off? Yi Chen's temperament changed, his luck decreased by 20 points, and the host's fate index increased by 100. Senior should also know, not to mention Gu's background, in other respects, I am far superior to Yi Chen. I know Yi Chen can provide spiritual energy to nourish her soul. But with the current progress, he is nothing but a cage for her. Master, please don't listen to him. He must be deceiving you. Is it really a scheme to sow discord? With Gu Chang's strength, if he wanted to kill Yi Chen, it would be no difficulty at all. Why use such a method? Could it be that I am overthinking? And he simply wants to recruit me? To be honest, Gu Chang'e hasn't done anything wrong. Instead, it's this Yi Chen, who, from start to finish, refuses to let go, bringing him a lot of trouble. Senior, have you made up your mind? I, the little girl, have received kindness from Xiao Chen, so of course, I can't abandon him. I will give Senior time to think. If Senior changes their mind, I will not pursue Yi Chen's offense against me. I could even lift the Taishan Holy Land's punishment on him, and restoring his current position wouldn't be difficult. As for Su Qingge, I can also give her to him. Young Master Gu, you don't need to say this. I have understood your sincerity. Senior, please think it over. Before leaving, I have a gift to give her. Gu Chang'e softly muttered a phrase. A very precious box appeared. Inside, there was actually a soul-refining ancient sacred medicine, the divine pill. I understand now, I completely understand. Gu Chang'e, you deserve to die. Not only do you want to insult me, but you also want to take everything from me. What I didn't expect the most is that my master, the person I trust most, actually surrendered to my enemy for a pill. What are you talking about? Everything I've done is to help you escape from here. You just said everything is for me. If that's the case, then do as I say, and spread that news. If you must do this, then I will obey you. Hee, as expected of my master. I believe you won't abandon me. Ding, system notification sound. The effect of sowing discord between master and disciple, Yi Chen's relationship has cracked, his luck decreased by 80 points. And the host's fate points increased by 400 points. Over here, young master, if you want that residual soul, why not just kill Yi Chen directly? Ming Lao, do you remember why I came to the lower realms? It was for that unparalleled fierce weapon. That's right, it was for that weapon from the ancient times of the 8 desolate demon gods, the 8 desolate ghost spear. According to the normal trajectory, Yi Chen would inevitably enter the ruins by coincidence, obtain that fierce weapon, and then take the spear out, building his reputation along the way. But now, he's nothing but a rat, helping me search for treasures. Keep an eye on Yi Chen for a while. I need to go into seclusion for some time. Old servant understands. Gu Chang'e opened the bulletin board. Character, Gu Chang'e. Identity, disciple of the Dao Tian Immortal Palace. Bloodline, Demon Heart Dao Bone. Cultivation. Early stage of the Marquis Realm. Cultivation techniques, Dao Tian Immortal Sutra, 7th layer, 10,000 ghosts body talent, devouring immortal demon art. Fate points, 1100. Luck points, 60. Trading system, activated. Opening the trading system, the system shop displayed various treasures. Gu Chang'e selected the Cultivation Technique Treasure Art section. Not enough fate points, cultivation techniques above the supreme level cannot be unlocked, and heavenly level techniques have not been collected yet. Gu Chang'e thought for a moment. This innate divine emperor's thought can allow a cultivator to break through to the void god realm, requiring 1000 fate points. Then I'll choose this. Yuanshan cultivation technique, innate divine emperor's thought. Deducting 1000 fate points. Gu Chang'e began to comprehend the essence of the cultivation technique. 3 days later, I am Yang Su, Supreme, Zhao Tian. Great Sun Empire, Chu Wuji. Upper Palace, Xiao Family, Xiao He. We pay respects to the Taishan Saint Lord. The 3 powerful cultivators of the Marquis realm personally arrived, and their momentum was truly formidable. Ha, enough with the nonsense, Su Taishan. The Taishan Holy Land has occupied the spiritual vein with the power of the Supreme for 1,000 years. Now that he has passed away, the spiritual vein should be given to other sections. Upper Palace, Xiao Family, Xiao He. That's right, considering we are all top sects of Dong Huang, You should voluntarily hand over the spiritual vein, self-seal at level 1, and I won't cut off your retreat. If you don't do this, don't blame me for being ruthless. Yangsu Saint Land, Jiao Tian. The spiritual vein is the foundation of the Taishan Holy Land for 1,000 years, how can it be handed over just like that? Do you old fools really think the Taishan Holy Land is easy to bully? It seems that the Taishan Saint Lord does not intend to cooperate. Do you really think the Taishan Holy Land can withstand the power of our 3 great families? Great Sun Empire, Chiwuji. Although I don't know where you heard this news, do you really think that just because the Supreme Elder is gone, the Taishan Holy Land has nothing left? Father, has young Master Gu not come out of seclusion yet? Last time, it was my fault that I made young Master Gu lose favor with us, so I can understand if young Master Gu doesn't help us now. What? I've long heard that the Taishan Holy Land has connections with the Upper Realm. Is that false? Humph, the gap between the Upper Realm and the Eastern Wilderness Holy Land is enormous. What can a Su Taishan do with just his ability? With Chu Wuji of the Great Sun Empire here, even if a Wind King Realm cultivator comes today, I will still fight him. As soon as the words were spoken, Chu Wuji released the pagoda in his hand. The Imperial Aura, wasn't it said to have been lost in the battle 1,000 years ago? The pagoda flew up, emitting a blinding golden light. Humph, young Master Gu, if you do not come out of seclusion, then I will have to die here. Father, I will go plead with young Master Gu. Su Taishan, are you truly willing to destroy the divine body just for the spiritual vein? Stop talking nonsense. Don't do anything pointless. If you're already seeking death, then I'll grant it to you. A powerful pressure suddenly appeared, suppressing the golden light of the pagoda. Everyone, including the demon beasts, was stunned. This power should be comparable to the Wind King realm. Could it be that the old man, Su Taishan, didn't die? It was Guchanga, who had just comprehended the double secret techniques, silently marveling, so this is the power of the primordial spirit? It seems you all have come as well. Then, let's have a battle next. At this moment, Su Qingjia also ran to the scene. The noise just now must have frightened the experts from other sections. Before I can ask young Master Gu for help, Father must hold on. Suddenly, a hand covered Su Qingjiao's mouth. Shu, it's me. Su Qingjia was greatly surprised, it was Yi Chen. What are you doing here? Yi Chen grabbed Su Qingjia's hand, intending to leave together. I'll explain later, but for now, we must leave here, far from this furnace, the Taishan Holy Land. But Su Qingjia broke free from his hand. Yi Chen was very surprised, not understanding why Su Qingjia was doing this. I won't leave Taishan Holy Land, don't you understand? Qingjia, at this point, you're still being so stubborn. Do you really think you can rely on Guchanga's power to save Taishan Holy Land? Bloodshot veins surged in Yi Chen's eyes. Could it be that under Guchanga's pressure, you have already? Su Qingjia hugged her body with both hands and shouted, shut up. Young Master Gu has never forced me. It was all my own intentions, using every means to make him like me. Attempting to exchange my appearance for the peace of Taishan Holy Land. Yi Chen suddenly felt a wave of disappointment, unable to believe what he was hearing. He stammered, Qingjia. You must be happy crushing my last shred of dignity, right? Yi Chen, what makes you think I would betray the sect and follow you? And what makes you think you can label young Master Gu as the villain? Taishan Holy Land has raised you for over 10 years. In such a difficult moment, what have you done for us? Su Qingjia wiped away her tears. Yi Chen, your selfish, self-righteous personality is really disgusting. At that moment, a voice came from the ring. Xiao Chen, leave quickly. But Yi Chen still stood in place, unable to believe that all of this was real. No, it's impossible. This isn't the Qingjia I know. Guchanga must have used some evil technique on her. Ding, the system notification appeared. Yi Chen and the heroine have torn their relationship apart. Yi Chen's luck decreased by 50 points, and the protagonist's fate points increased by 250 points. Guchanga smiled lightly, the timing was ripe. Crack, the door to Guchanga's room gently moved. Not good, I absolutely cannot let young Master Gu see me appear with Yi Chen. Su Qingjia immediately drew her sword and stabbed at Yi Chen. With a sound of pu, the sword pierced Yi Chen's body, and blood began to flow. Qingjia, you. Yi Chen hadn't realized what had happened when the voice from the ring Sorry, I must clarify our relationship. When Su Qingjiao drew her sword, a red aura appeared around Yi Chen. At this moment, Yi Chen's face turned gloomy, revealing a trace of a fierce expression. If it's already like this, we still have a long time ahead of us. After that, Yi Chen left, leaving only Su Qingjiao standing motionless in place. Suddenly, a voice came from behind Qingjia Saintus. Young Master Gu, Qingjia has disappointed you. Gu Chang's eyes narrowed slightly. You did well, but if Yi Chen meets you again next time, it might be a life or death situation between you two. Don't you regret it? Su Qingjia said dejectedly, I don't regret it. If Qingjia has already decided to follow the young master, this day would come sooner or later. Good. Gu Changda held Su Qingjia in his arms and said, from now on, your affairs are my affairs. The sword in Su Qingjia's hand fell to the ground with a clink. Gu Changda also had his own plans. If Su Qingjia had already torn her face with Yi Chen today, then I no longer need to remain distant from her. If she has high-level fortune that I can use, it might not be a bad thing. Ding, luck triggered. The luck of the luck master increases by 60 points, and the destiny increases by 300 points. This is the way to increase luck? Besides forcing the child of destiny, could capturing people with great luck also work? It seems that I have gained another path to follow. Su Qingjia hurriedly said, young master, I have something to ask for your help with. I understand. With me here, they won't be able to touch even a hair of the Taishan Holy Land. At this time, Su Taishan was extremely anxious. Haha, brother Su, we don't want to make things too ugly. If the elder is still around, why don't you let us pay a visit? Humph, though I don't know where you got this information, the elder of our sect has already passed away. This is a fact. Then the fluctuation of the primordial spirit just now was, fake gods, fake ghosts. Shall we break in and see? Suddenly, a noisy sound was heard. They're here. Gu Changge and Su Qingjiao walked through the air. Standing in front of the Taishan Pavilion Master, which guest is disturbing my quiet cultivation? Haha, I said, Su Taishan. The reinforcement you mentioned, is this brat who hasn't even wiped his snot properly? Has the Taishan Holy Land fallen to such a degree? If I were you, I would honestly take back what you just said. Because this lord, people like you cannot afford to provoke. Before the Taishan Pavilion Master could finish speaking, the person in golden armor charged toward Gu Changge. Whether I can provoke him, I'll have to test it and see. A shadow appeared around him, the white tiger. A loud explosion sounded. The golden-armored person couldn't believe it. Gu Changge was actually able to block his fist with just one hand, effortlessly. Afterward, Gu Changge grabbed his hand. With a twist, his arm guard was torn like paper. Then, with a light flick, the golden-armored person was sent flying out. He trembled slightly, shocked that the other party was actually at the Wind Marquis realm. Impossible, how could there be such a young Wind Marquis in the Eastern Wilderness Holy Land? Kid, having talent is a good thing, but you must also understand your limits. No matter where you come from, it's best not to interfere in the matters of the Taishan Holy Land. From now on, the matters of the Taishan Holy Land will be my matters. Su Qingjia and her father, standing behind, heard this and showed expressions of joy, feeling that they had finally latched onto a powerful benefactor. If you really want to seek death, then I won't say anything more. Let's do it together. Not planning to ignore this? Kid, take this. Gu Changge extended one hand and caught the opponent's sword. The other sword was also gently flicked away by Gu Changge with one finger. One person faces two enemies, not changing expression. Another old man shouted loudly, drop him. The two who were fighting with Gu Changge immediately retreated. The pagoda flew toward Gu Changge. Young Master Gu. Su Qingjia shouted in terror. Haha, so what if you have extraordinary talent? There have always been countless geniuses, but only a few can make a name for themselves. Those who don't know their limits truly think that having the strength of the Wind Marquis realm means they can face 3 opponents? Father, young Master Gu, Damn, if it weren't for the Wuji Tower being here, how could they possibly lay a hand on young Master Gu? That person from the Su family, do you still have anything to say now? Stop talking nonsense, just kill him and then control the spiritual veins. Suddenly, a cracking sound was heard, and the pagoda violently shook. Impossible, how could this happen? A crack appeared from the top of the pagoda to its base, and dazzling light shot out from inside. Boom, a loud explosion, and the pagoda directly exploded. Amid the dust, a familiar figure appeared. Looking around, the world had its own hierarchy, with powerful beings everywhere. In the lower realm's major sects, one might rarely see a few beings at the Divine Master realm in their entire lifetime, let alone those at the Wind King realm, who were practically insignificant. The crowd sensed danger and immediately became alert. Guchanga waved his hand and coldly said, "People like you, mere insects, need not waste words." Sword energy was released like an army. In the face of such overwhelming power, nothing could block it. Everything was shattered. "Father!" Su Qingjia couldn't believe her eyes and shouted. A few of them turned around to see nothing but ruins. The golden-armored man turned to ask Wuji, "Didn't you say you could fight against someone at the Wind King realm?" "You, where exactly do you come from?" Guchanga raised a finger and said, "Infinite longevity, the upper heavens." Half a month later, outside Zhongzhou. "What? You say the upper heavens?" It has been passed down since ancient times that ascension is extremely difficult, and to descend to the lower realms is even more impossible. This is completely going against the heavens. That's right. That young man admitted it in person that day. I heard that he only used one move to defeat 3 forces, threatening the Taishan Holy Land. Even the Wuji Tower of the Great Sun Dynasty was shattered. The Taishan Holy Land is really lucky. A supreme elder died, and now a big thigh has come for them to hold on to. Hee, isn't it all thanks to that great beauty, Su Qingjia? Haha. Speaking of which, I remembered a kid named Yi Chen, from the Taishan Holy Land. Haha, don't mention him, that kid actually tried to compete with that lord for Su Saintus. In the end, he was struck down with a single move and couldn't move at all. A toad wanting to eat swan meat truly doesn't know who they are. The number one beauty of the eastern wilderness is not someone he can covet, haha. Ha 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 ha. What is this? Suddenly, a red circle appeared beneath their feet. Before they could figure out what was happening, the circle exploded, turning them to ashes. Taishan Holy Land, Guchanga, today's grudge, I will repay it 100-fold. The current Taishan Holy Land is at the peak of its power. Su Saint Lord, I hope you will take care of us in the future. Not at all, we should still thank Lord Gu. Yes, we should thank that Lord for showing mercy back then, which allowed us to sit here in peace. In the future, the 3 major forces will treat the Taishan Holy Land as the master. And there will be no more hostility, only cooperation. Seeing Su Qingjia smile, Guchanga asked, "What's wrong?" "Young master, didn't you hear what they said? They're all old men, flipping their faces faster than a 3-year-old. If you like, then let them keep boasting for a while longer. Young master, the Saintess and the 3rd prince of the Great Xia dynasty just sent an invitation from Zhongzhou, inviting everyone to the talents debate. The Great Xia dynasty. They are a royal force from Zhongzhou, with an unfathomable background. I heard that thousands of years ago, they also had a strong one ascend to the upper heavens. The 3rd prince was born like that strong one, and his talent is incredibly powerful. Zhongzhou. The mark on the gathering spirit lamp still shows that Yi Chen is there too. It seems it's time to change locations. Maybe we'll meet a new young lady. Arrange it, we depart in 3 months. Yes, young master. After Su Qingjia left, Elder Ming also appeared. If I remember correctly, Elder Ming ascended from Zhongzhou, right? Reporting to young master, 30,000 years ago, this old servant ascended from Zhongzhou's Tianqing realm to the upper heavens. When I first arrived in the upper heavens, my strength was still weak, and I was controlled by 1,000 great sects, becoming a slave. Fortunately, an elder from my clan stepped in to help, and that's how I was freed from that misery. If it hadn't been for the elder's rescue, I would have long since died in that place. That's perfect. 3 months later, I'll go to Zhongzhou, and you can return to see your family as well. Thank you, young master, for your concern for this old servant. There's no need for Elder Ming to be so polite. It's on the way. Doing such a thing will not only make Elder Ming serve me wholeheartedly, but it will also enhance my image. How could I not do it? 3 months later. Zhongzhou, Zhongying Tian City. In a classroom. As the ancient saying goes, a large bottom means more children. Ah, no, that's not right. All things in heaven and earth have spirit. What nurtures them is chi. What sustains their fate is spirit. While the teacher was giving a lecture, a student below was innocently dozing off. Lin Tian, you actually dare to sleep in my class? Training with this good-for-nothing Lin Tian is really embarrassing. If it weren't for him coming from the ancient Lin family, and his sister being an elder in the academy, how could he be in class with us? Elder Lin Chuhan is really unlucky to have such a brother. Lin Tian, are you listening to me? Before the teacher could finish, Lin Tian suddenly shouted, "This king is unwilling." All the students in the classroom were stunned. Then they started laughing, ha ha ha. This king? That's hilarious. What kind of dream did this fool have? Who are you? Where is this place? This little useless one, are you really so dumb from sleeping? Let me tell you, this is the Tianqing realm, Zhongzhou continent, Zhongying Tian City. Zhongying Tian City. I see. The way of heaven has no dead ends. A being like me, with nothing but a divine soul left, has finally found a suitable body. Lin Tian, you. Enough. How long do you intend to make a scene? This month, if you can't break through to the spiritual sea realm, then get out of the Holy Academy. By then, even your family won't be able to protect you. Is this how you treat your deceased parents? Is this how you treat the family that once nurtured you with all their heart? Ha ha ha. It's just a little spiritual sea realm. Do you think that can stop me? In less than half a month, I'll break through. Those who look down on me, I will step on all of you. Such strong words, you'll die sooner or later. Outside, suddenly dark clouds gathered. Thunder roared. A spaceship flew through the air. After inspection, it was found that the new young lady, no, it's the new child of fate. I'm here. The Lin family's ancestral hall. What happened? Why did the Grand Elder summon us? The Grand Elder calmly said, "Today, I sensed the aura of our ancestors." What? Is it our ancestor Lin Ming who ascended 3,000 years ago? The elder was very happy and suddenly stood up. The ancestor is about to return. Our Lin family has hope. System, how much fate does Yi-Chen have left? 230. Speaking of fate backlash, in fact, my fate is far behind all the children of fate. It is precisely because of this that, yes. According to the rise of my fate, the impact of the fate backlash will gradually disappear. It seems that with the emergence of changes, even the way of heaven can hardly protect those children of fate. But what does this black fate represent? Is it merely because I am a villainous character? Anyway, based on the current situation, everything is still under my control. The new girl has appeared. It's time to fully extract her fate. At this moment, Su Qingge walked over. Young master, you seem to be in a good mood today? How did this young lady's fate suddenly rise to 400? No wonder my fate has been unchanged. It turns out it's because of her influence. With a beauty by my side, how could my mood not be good? It seems she still has secrets that I don't know about. Since we've arrived in Zhongzhou, could you tell me about the power dynamics here? Zhongzhou has a total of 8 large cities, with central Tian City being the most prosperous. This time, the third prince of the Great Xia dynasty is holding a debate here. Such an ordinary event, how could young master care about it? Young master only needs to listen to it as a joke. That's true, debating with a bunch of lower realm brats. If I don't want to participate, it's no big deal. Did you hear? The ancestor of the Lin family has returned from the lower realm. Are you talking about the Lin family expert who ascended 3,000 years ago? The upper realm has been closed off for thousands of years. Couldn't this be fake news? It's real. I heard that the elders of the Lin family personally called a family meeting to welcome his return. A strong person from the upper realm and a member of the ancient Lin family. If it weren't for the fact that I have more important matters to attend to, this place would truly be a good place to rely on. The ancient family is thriving, and I still have many secrets about myself that haven't been discovered. Moreover, the task my master assigned is to find the ruins as soon as possible. Gu Changge. Our matter is not over yet. Is that the ancestor? But who is the person in white sitting in the main seat? It seems the ancestor is very respectful towards him. Elder Ming, it's rare to have a chance to return home. You all continue talking, don't mind me. Young master, hearing you say that makes me very happy, but how could I leave you alone? I didn't expect that Elder Ming, who's beside young Master Gu, is actually a strong person. As expected of young Master. Did I hear that wrong? The ancestor actually referred to himself as old servant in front of this young man. The Lin family members were very confused. If Elder Ming can't do it, then let Qinggu accompany me to explore around. Lord Archery. Everyone shouted in unison. Everyone's limbs felt cold, and sweat poured down like rain. Zhu Han, you're familiar with the terrain here, quickly show the way for the Lord. Ah, yes, my lord. Father. Another fragrant meat and sweet bones girl appeared. Zhu Han hurriedly followed the two. Lord, this humble girl Lin Zhu Han respectfully greets you. Lin Zhu Han? What a beautiful name. Thank you, my lord, for your compliment. Then please, miss, lead me and Qinggu around. This is the least I can do. The crowd, what's going on? Why does my heart hurt so suddenly? Could it be that this body is affected by thoughts of his sister? I am a dignified god king, how could I be affected by such trivial matters? Wait. That girl is actually the 9 Yangshan body. Isn't this the body refining furnace I needed before? Young Master Lin, it seems I can conveniently cure your heart disease. I didn't expect that the young lord they spoke of would have such good fortune. It's a shame to have such a protective bodyguard him. I originally planned to go out and search for the newly appeared child of luck. But I didn't expect you to come to me on your own. 500 points of luck? But I have never done anything to this young man. Why do I feel hostility coming from him? Is it because of her? Well, that's fine. I hope you can live a little longer. Oh. Useless little brother, how can you speak of him like that? These are all generally accepted truths. He originally didn't have any talent for cultivation, and his background is poor. Although I can understand him, in the end, there's nothing I can do. Truly a pitiful child. But he has a beautiful and caring sister protecting him, so he's somewhat lucky. No. That's not true. Actually, Xiao Tian is very sensible. Recently, he has started focusing on cultivation. He only started focusing on cultivation recently? The useless boy's character changed overnight. Did a powerful being take over his body, or was he reborn? Yes. His previously stagnant cultivation has broken through. Moreover, he has also displayed strong talent in alchemy and formations. There was even one time when he pointed out an elder's mistake. He can change, which means your guidance has been useful. He's begun to understand the intentions of an elder sister like you. Even though you were strict with him before. It was for his own good, wasn't it? Is the young master comforting me? I didn't expect the young master to understand me so well. Even Xiao Tian usually doesn't understand me and thinks I'm too strict with him. Little brother Lin Tian's change is, of course, a good thing. He was probably just a piece of jade hidden beneath the dust. After all, in just a few days, he was able to point out an elder's mistake. That talent. Lin Zhuhan interrupted Guchunga's words, how could my Xiao Tian be a piece of jade? With his previous talent, he couldn't even break through the Soul Sea realm. Couldn't even break through the Soul Sea realm? Then how did he refine pills? Did the Lin family leave him some ancestral method? Guchunga's words made Lin Zhuhan suddenly realize, and some inexplicable thoughts flashed in her mind. It seems Lin Zhuhan has begun to suspect Lin Tian's change. Harvesting a little of the Child of Luck is indeed simpler than Guchunga imagined. The rules of the Child of Luck, when the luck points reach 0, the restriction on killing the Child of Luck will no longer exist. At this point, one can receive Dao rewards exceeding the quota. Guchunga was delighted in his heart. Although he can't deal with Yi Chen yet, he can start harvesting from Lin Tian. That night, Lin Zhuhan brought some spiritual food she made herself to Guchunga, saying it was to have something to eat in case he got hungry at midnight. Miss Lin is very thoughtful. Even coming to deliver it herself late at night. Qingge thanked you on the young master's behalf. Seeing that Guchunga hadn't appeared, Lin Zhuhan was a little confused. But she quickly regained her composure, then please ask Qingge to pass on the message. I won't disturb the young master's rest any longer. Did Lin Zhuhan start to miss you after just one meeting? Seemingly guessing Su The young master's mind is too deep, it's hard for Qing Ge to guess what the young master likes. Whether she's jealous or not doesn't matter. If the young master is interested, then keep Miss Lin by your side. Gu Changge helplessly didn't understand when this girl became so contradictory. When Lin Zhuhan returned, feeling dejected, she saw that her younger brother had been waiting there for her, though she didn't know when he had arrived. Xiao Tian, what are you doing here? It's so late, where are you going? Are you going to see Gu Changge? Lin Zhuhan was filled with shame and anger upon hearing this. It's none of your business. Just focus on your cultivation. Sister, that person with the surname Gu is no good. Don't be fooled by his appearance, sister. What are you talking about? The young master is modest, polite, and cultured, how could he be a bad person? When will you become like the young master, so that I can stop worrying? How can you be so foolish? Can't you tell? Lin Zhuhan was a bit surprised and didn't understand what had happened to her brother. Even if Gu Changge isn't a good person, with his status, what could he possibly want from me? You should reflect on yourself. This kid, the stronger his cultivation becomes, the more arrogant his temper gets. Lin Zhuhan suddenly remembered that she had forgotten to ask him how he learned to refine pills. Even though he had worked hard to cultivate before, there were no results, and now, after a few days of not seeing him, she couldn't find any trace of him. Could it be that a powerful person is guiding him? The thought made Lin Zhuhan involuntarily feel a hint of fear. Meanwhile, Gu Changge received a system notification. Lin Zhuhan has started to suspect her brother's changes. Lin Tian's luck points decreased by 50 points. And the host's destiny points increased by 250 points. Gu Changge was very satisfied, everything was proceeding according to his plan. That Lin Tian should not last much longer, he would definitely find an opportunity to take action against me. Indeed, initially, Lin Tian planned to wait for an opportunity to approach Su Qinggu before dealing with Gu Changge. However, he felt that Gu Changge had deliberately interfered in the matters between him and Lin Zhuhan. This person was truly a twisted fellow. Did he want to devour his sister? Lin Tian's old obsession has died, but the current Lin Tian is still troublesome enough. Gu Changge, however, chose to walk into his own death, and Lin Tian would fulfill his wish for him. Lin Tian decided to use the 99 soul charming incense. This incense is made from the essence blood of 8 poisonous creatures, the bones of 3 fierce beasts, and his own 15 years of life. Using the power of heaven and earth, he would take Gu Changge's life and extinguish his true soul. Foreign demon curse, begin. Hundreds of underworld souls appeared, charging into the sky, heading towards the Lin family. Although performing this spell is still somewhat difficult at the moment, Lin Tian believes that, at the cost of a 15-year lifespan, even if Gu Changge miraculously survives, he will fall into a tragic end. Dare to compete with me for a woman? This is your outcome, Gu Changge. But Lin Tian had no idea that every action he took was already within Gu Changge's calculations. Just by the aura, Gu Changge had already detected the secret technique Lin Tian was using. Gu Changge was also very eager to see how much power Lin Tian could unleash with his current cultivation. A purple whirlwind slowly appeared, condensing into a huge sky demon. Dare to use demonic methods in front of me? You really think you can deceive the heavens and cross the sea? Soon after, those souls also flew over, with an unstoppable momentum, heading straight for the sky demon beast. The sky demon beast struck with a blow, directly ripping out the heart of one of the nether souls, and crushing it without hesitation. The remaining monsters didn't even have time to resist, before being instantly annihilated. The shock made everyone panic and rush out to watch. The cultivators outside thought that it was a friend of the Lin family's ancestors. In a dilapidated house in the suburbs, Lin Tian was lying in a pool of blood at that moment. He didn't expect to be backfired in such a way. After finishing its task, the sky demon beast also quickly dissipated. Gu Changge didn't expect that this curse actually made his primordial spirit become even stronger. He also obtained a thread of his life force, as if it were a free gift. Notification: Lin Tian's lifespan has greatly decreased, losing 150 points of luck. The system adds 750 points of destiny. I haven't done anything yet, and they've already actively presented me with a great gift. How could anything be happier than this? He ruined himself. The son of fate in this world is really a fool. Outside, the voice of Elder Ming came, "Old servant failed to protect the master. I beg the young master to punish me." Gu Chang'e opened the door and saw the entire Lin family kneeling in the courtyard, asking for forgiveness. "Young master, are you alright?" "I'm fine. How could such a spell possibly harm me? But I want to know who can use such methods in the lower realms." Elder Ming quickly spoke, "If this spell is broken, the one who cast it will definitely suffer backlash." Yes. I will gather all my strength to investigate. We will definitely find the culprit and give the young master an explanation. Then everyone hurriedly left. At this moment, Gu Chang'e silently mourned for Lin Tian for 1 minute in his heart. "Xiao Tian, come out quickly. Something big has happened tonight." The family head is gathering everyone for a discussion. No matter how Lin Zhuhan kept knocking on the door outside, Lin Tian was currently thinking of a countermeasure. His source was damaged, and he couldn't even walk steadily. If he appeared like this, even a fool could recognize him as the murderer. As a six-heaven divine king, how could he fail here? Suddenly, Lin Tian thought of the possibility of faking his death. This body was already taken over by him, now he only needed to sever the heart veins, and he would naturally die. Cultivators below the divine king realm wouldn't be able to detect it. As long as he survived this period, he could use soul secret arts to resurrect. By then, he could escape silently. "Gu Chang'e, we'll settle this score later." Lin Tian slapped his chest with his hand. His eyes immediately turned white, and blood began to flow from his mouth and nose. When Lin Zhuhan broke through the door, Lin Tian had already turned into a soulless corpse. "Lin Tian. Young master, it's my failure to discipline properly. Please punish me, young master." "Have you found the person?" "Report to the young master, we found the person, but..." At this point, Elder Ming stopped speaking, and the entire Lin family could only silently lower their heads in silence. "Oh, what happened?" The family head of the Lin family spoke. "It's a child from our family, named Lin Tian. Usually, he's just an inconspicuous younger generation. But when we found him, his heart veins were already damaged, and he was lying in a pool of blood." "Is he dead?" The Lin family members knew they could hardly escape punishment. And they all kneeled down, begging Gu Chang'e to punish them. No matter what, he's still the son of fate. How can he become the protagonist if he's so afraid of the blame and kills himself before even killing the enemy? Moreover, the system didn't give any notifications, which means this person is definitely still alive. Gu Chang'e immediately guessed that Lin Tian was faking his death. But with just a strand of damaged soul, once he leaves the body, he wouldn't even be able to withstand a slight breeze. Where could he run to? While Gu Chang'e was thinking, he didn't notice that the Lin family members were already unable to bear it. Exactly. This guy Lin Tian didn't do anything, yet he provoked this evil god. As long as he tries to investigate the crime, the entire Lin family will not escape death. They thought Lin Tian had already repented, but Lin Zhuhan couldn't understand why he committed such a heinous act, putting the entire family in danger. Everyone couldn't help but want to drag out his ancestors for 18 generations, but then they remembered that his ancestors were also their ancestors. In the tense atmosphere, Su Qingxia, on the other hand, was enjoying the taste of power. Even though Gu Chang'e hadn't done anything yet, the Lin family members had already fallen into chaos and fear. Lin Tian's resentment was already spreading everywhere. Lin Tian was rejected by the entire family. Luck points lost 100, the system added 500 points of destiny. While deep in thought, Gu Chang'e suddenly jolted. Did Lin Tian's mere action bring him so many destiny points? Now, that person's remaining value should be quite low. Ultimately, he was still restrained by Lin Zhuhan. Unable to hold back anymore, Elder Ming spoke again. "Lin Tian is my descendant. After committing such an act of disrespect, I truly have no face to face you." Gu Chang'e motioned for him to stop. Something felt strange. He had heard Lin Zhuhan mention some things about Lin Tian before. How could a talented young man suddenly commit such a murderous act? He suspected it was related to soul-stealing secret arts or body manipulation. He had seen such things before. So it was not surprising anymore. Gu Chang'e concluded that the source of this matter was Lin Tian, and it was definitely unrelated to them. He wasn't the kind of person who acted without understanding. To take care of Elder Ming, who had followed him for many years, he decided to let this matter go. The entire Lin family was overjoyed, as if a heavy burden had been lifted from their hearts. They sincerely thanked Guchanga for his magnanimity and tolerance. They promised to thoroughly investigate the matter and give him an explanation. Before letting them leave, Guchanga reminded them, temporarily keep Lin Tian's corpse, do not cremate it. Because I haven't plucked this tender green onion yet. We must wait for Lin Tian to be resurrected. As everyone was preparing to leave, Guchanga called Lin Zhuhan, intending to ask her to take him to the inner city for sightseeing in the coming days. All right. If the young master desires, Zhuhan will never refuse. Previously, the system had hinted to him that women were connected to the Son of Fate, and if they swore loyalty to him, they would help him gain destiny points. Lin Zhuhan's luck points were only 200, and with a bit of effort, making her fall in love with him shouldn't be difficult. Guchanga wasn't sure if Lin Zhuhan, like Su Qingxia, could enhance her own luck and thus boost his luck. Or if that was a special ability unique to Su Qingxia. In any case, he decided to keep Lin Zhuhan by his side for a while. 3 days later, people could see ships, fish, turtles, and even some cultivators riding flying swords in the sky. What had happened recently? Why are forces from the 8 domains flocking into Central Continent? Haven't you heard? The Lin family's ancestor has returned, and brought with him a mysterious figure who's said to be from the immortal sect in the upper realm. Any force associated with him will certainly have the opportunity to soar like a carp leaping over the Dragon's Gate. Looking at the 8 domains, even the location of the Youth Taoist Conference in Central Continent has been changed to the Lin family's ancestral land, the ancient city of Fierce Moon. That's right, I heard that many divine clan forces from the ancient god mountains have also appeared. It seems they all came to meet that great figure in a tavern. Long time no see, brother Jinyang. Your cultivation has truly advanced, quite a bit. Not at all. I heard that brother Xingtian recently perfected his divine arts technique. It's just luck, how can it compare to all of you Dao brothers? Brother Jinyang, I heard that not long ago, you had 100 exchanges with a handsome young man from the eastern wilderness, and neither of you could gain the upper hand. In the end, you became brothers. Is that true? Exactly. Let me tell you, that little brother's talent is something that only appears once in 1,000 years. He fought with me for several hundred moves, with his mid-level divine arts cultivation. And neither of us could win. He even forced me to use my true body of the Great Sun, and only then was I able to barely suppress him. Jinyang, the holy son of Daluo sacred ground. Is there really such a genius in the world? This little brother is steady in temperament and extraordinary in talent. He's clearly someone destined for great accomplishments. Ah, I misspoke, he's someone destined to achieve greatness. Too bad he offended that cheat who activated his extra abilities, so he had to abandon his homeland and flee to Central Continent. Are you talking about that rumored person? I heard he's like a frog wanting to eat swan meat, and when he couldn't get it, he became jealous of some great figure. The red-haired person angrily slammed the table. Nonsense. It's clearly that woman who wanted to climb to the Phoenix's position. She betrayed my little brother and then spread rumors everywhere. Could it be? Very likely. Brother Jinyang is straightforward and generous, he wouldn't lie. I don't know who the person Brother Jinyang is talking about is, but if there's a chance, could we meet him? Hearing this question, the red-haired person became a bit embarrassed and didn't know how to respond. Suddenly, a little girl shouted. I didn't expect that an elder from the Lin family in the Great Might realm would personally receive a young master. The person next to her was also a stunning beauty of the Lin family, Lin Zhuhan. It's said that she became an elder at Dao Extreme Academy at a young age. The woman in green clothes had an extraordinary aura, and her chest seemed to belong to the Taishan saintess from the eastern wilderness sacred land. So, that white-clad man is the one who recently caused a stir in the world. I didn't expect to meet that great figure here. This is truly a rare opportunity, I must go and pay my respects. Unlike the excitement and urgency of others, the red-haired man appeared tense and somewhat displeased. I didn't expect to run into him here. Guchanga sighed. Looking down from the top of this tavern, one really gets a feeling of controlling the 9 heavens. The person who built this pavilion must also be someone who understands how to enjoy life. Only my palm controls the 9 heavens. Young master, look, what is the true purpose of cultivation? Cultivation is nothing more than the struggle in this world. One treats their body like a raft floating in the vast mortal world, yet their thoughts have long since floated to the shore. Treating the body as a raft floating in the vast mortal world, the explanation you gave is indeed different from what ordinary people think, profound beyond measure. Just these two sentences, they seemed like a gospel to my ears. It seems that cultivation in the upper realm must be incredibly mysterious. I can hardly imagine it. Are you leaving, young master? Lin Juhan immediately stopped feeling excited. She knew well her own identity. Lin Tian, her brother, had done such things, and with Gu Chang'e, how could it be easily forgiven? Gu Chang'e told her not to blame herself. That day, he had only casually reminded her, not expecting things to develop this way. If Lin Juhan felt guilty, she could do something for him. She only needed to pay a little attention to her brother's corpse. Gu Chang'e explained that from Lin Tian's behavior, it was not just his soul being controlled, his body had likely already been taken over by some mysterious existence. After all, there are many secret techniques in this world, and resurrection is not impossible. Resurrection? Does this secret technique really exist? Clearly, Lin Tian's heart pulse has been severely damaged, and his chances of survival are completely gone. Doesn't this mean that Lin Tian is in a state of fake death? Gu Chang'e continued, saying that this was merely his speculation. Lin Juhan only needed to pay a little attention. If Lin Juhan could witness Lin Tian being resurrected, then all the ties between them would be severed. By then, there would be no need to keep Lin Tian's life. My lord, several young disciples from the 8 domains wish to pay their respects to you. If they've come, let them in. After a while, a group of people respectfully bowed to Gu Chang'e. They began to showcase their ability to flatter. Lin Chohan quietly observed these people. These geniuses usually boast and brag, but she never expected they could also show such a composed side. Even the saintesses from major forces had to remove their masks to please Gu Chang'e. But even so, it might not necessarily move Gu Chang'e. His attitude toward them was completely different from hers. The person entrusted with such a heavy responsibility had an extraordinary aura and could understand and tolerate her, being gentle and considerate. Lin Chohan's heart suddenly stirred. Activation of a destiny event, successfully subdue Lin Chohan. Host's destiny points increased by 200. Fate value increased by 1000. Having subdued 2 people, Su Qinglan and Lin Chohan, Gu Chang'e's destiny points had increased by 300. Now, his cultivation in the lower realm had reached its peak. So he decided to keep these fate values for safety. As for Lin Chohan, he was not in a hurry, he could take his time to cultivate her. When she brought him some snacks, he could already see that this girl had developed feelings. Gu Chang'e decided to exchange a beginner's guide to the art of the Gu Qin worth 100 destiny points and wait for the right moment to gift it to Lin Chohan. As for how things would develop in the future, it would depend on her. Suddenly, a notification appeared, and a mission was released: suppress the Fate Sun's sworn brother. The mission reward was 500 fate points, and failure had no penalties. Lin Tian had already been crippled, so this mission must have been brought by Yi Chen. It made sense. As the Fate Sun, Lin Tian could escape death under any circumstances, and it was only natural for him to have connections with geniuses from major forces. If this were a randomly appearing mission, Gu Chang'e guessed the mission target was one of these people. He immediately called the leader, Su Xian, and asked, "Do we have any news about Yi Chen in Zhongzhou?" Facing the sudden question, Su Xian stammered, unsure of how to respond. Although he didn't know who Yi Chen was, seeing the expression on this master's face, it was clear that he was somewhat dissatisfied. It sounded familiar, from the eastern wilderness, the Taishan Saint Sun here. Could it be? The red-haired man was filled with confusion. Why is this guy staring at me now? The blue-haired man immediately pointed at him and said, "Master, I've heard that the Holy Sun Jin Yang from the Kalu Holy Land knows a hero from the eastern wilderness. Could this be the Yi Chen you're looking for?" The red-haired man secretly cursed his fate. No, that damn Baiwa, Holy Sun. Gu Chang'e was neither happy nor sad, neither in a hurry nor slow. He gently asked the red-haired man, "What is the surname of the person you know?" The red-haired man acted as if facing a great enemy. He remained silent. "If you don't speak, it should mean that the person you know is connected to the one you are trying to find, right?" The red-haired man cupped his fists. "Master, I don't know where the person you're looking for." Before he could finish his sentence, he was forced to stop, overwhelmed by a sense of oppression that made him unable to resist. You only need to answer whether it's true or not. The saint sons and saint daughters of the 8 desolations didn't expect the person before them to have such terrifying strength. Such an aura not even their emperor had ever shown. The blue-haired man worried that he had been too hasty. If it implicated the red-haired man, would he also get into trouble? The red-haired man trembled all over, confirming that he indeed knew a brother named Yi Chen. But when Guchanga asked where Yi Chen was, the red-haired man was unwilling to reveal his whereabouts. Jin Yang, are you crazy? Master, this kid must have been charmed by that Yi Chen guy. Normally, he wouldn't do something so foolish. To their surprise, the red-haired man actually reprimanded the other person, defending Yi Chen, believing that the situation between Guchanga and Yi Chen was just a misunderstanding. I'm asking you, this is your honor. Whether there is a misunderstanding or not, what qualifications do you have to question me? The red-haired man was crushed by the aura emitted by Guchanga, spitting out blood. His legs gave way, and he immediately knelt on the ground. His old bodyguard rushed over, asking Guchanga to show mercy and let them go. But Guchanga's expression remained unchanged as he immediately called for Old Ming. Old Ming appeared from the void. And those present felt an extremely terrifying aura. Guchanga coldly said, after tomorrow, I don't want to hear any more news about the Kalu Holy Land. As soon as the words were spoken, a group of people turned pale as death, their blood seemingly frozen in fear. The red-haired old guard couldn't hold back and collapsed directly onto the ground. Just a few words, and the fate of a local force was decided. The indifference, towering over all living beings, as if a deity controlled everything. This was the true face of this young master. Mission completed perfectly, the destiny value increased by 4 points, gaining 700 points. The Kala Sacred Land. The old patriarch of the sacred land didn't understand whom his Kala sacred land had offended to cause such a great calamity. Could it be that fate itself wanted to destroy Kala sacred land? Indeed, a voice echoed, and a huge hand appeared in the sky, descending to strike. From then on, the Kala sacred land was erased from the map. In a rundown courtyard, Yi Chen froze, as his elder brother Jin Yang was already dead. His jade pendant had shattered into 2 halves, and while crying, he swore to avenge him by killing Guchanga. At this moment, his master also emerged from the ring, about to speak, but Yi Chen stopped him. If you're going to advise me to let go of my grudge with Guchanga, there's no need to say it. The ancient secret realm is about to open. I must acquire the inheritance of the realm's master and the sealed demonic energy. Xiu Han, ever since we returned from the Zhaixing Pavilion, why have you been silent? Did I scare you? Lin Xiuhan honestly responded, I am indeed a bit scared, probably because I've never seen Guchanga act that way. But I know he isn't being cruel to me. It was my oversight. Guchanga took out a beginner-level alchemy book and gave it to Lin Xiuhan. As an apology to her. Seeing that it was something she needed, she didn't refuse. Young master, you scared me too, Suchinga said. But it seemed Guchanga didn't hear her. He sighed, the moonlight tonight is nice. Suchinga cursed silently, this damned ghost. 3 days later. At this point, Lin Xiuhan had understood that, while Guchanga was very indifferent to others, he still upheld the Lin family's dignity. Reflecting on how he dealt with those who opposed him, Lin Xiuhan deduced, Lin Tian was no longer Lin Tian. If not, how could Guchanga be so tolerant toward the Lin family? The place where Lin Tian's body lay. Suddenly, he sat up. I've been resurrected. The guards saw this scene and were so terrified that their souls fled from their bodies. They hurriedly ran to tell Lin Xiuhan. But before they had a chance to say anything to Lin Xiuhan, she had already ordered them to step down. Looking at the body, still intact and unharmed, Lin Tian thought he had already passed this tribulation. Now, all he had to do was pretend to have amnesia, deceive those people, and everything would be fine. Guchanga, I'll slowly settle the score with you. But before he could calculate anything, he saw Lin Xiuhan and Guchanga standing before him. Guchanga's gaze looked at him as if he were a dead person. Immediately, panic struck, and he hurriedly pretended to have amnesia in a flustered manner. This kid's acting is too exaggerated. Who is this man? Why have I never seen him before? Lin Xiuhan couldn't hold back anymore and shouted angrily, shut up. At this point, you still want to pretend? But Lin Tian still acted as if he didn't understand, wearing a look of confusion on his face. Lin Qiuhan's gaze shifted from anger to indifference. Lin Tian still tried to explain, attempting to prove that he had lost his memory. At this moment, Lin Qiuhan could no longer control herself. Shut up. Don't call me your sister. Who are you? Where did you hide my little Tian? Faced with Lin Qiuhan's anger, Lin Tian suddenly clutched his head and screamed. It was the obsession from Lin Tian's past that erupted at this moment. Seeing this, Lin Qiuhan was extremely worried. Now, two souls had awakened within Lin Tian's body. One blamed Lin Qiuhan and Guchanga for colluding to harm him, while the other admitted to having made mistakes. Shut up. Not even the smallest bit of obsession will shake my determination as the six-day God King. The struggle between the two souls. Let blood flow from Lin Tian's eyes as he begs in pain, "Sister, please kill me." Lin Tian suffers a backlash from the original owner's obsession, losing control of his body. His luck value decreases by 200 points, and the host's destiny value increases by 1,000 points. Currently, the luck child's luck value is depleted, and the killing rule has been activated as a warning. Seeing Lin Tian like this, Lin Qiuhan couldn't help but step back, tears streaming down her face, covering her mouth, unable to speak. Guchanga gently patted her shoulder. I know you can't bring yourself to do it. Go outside first, leave the evildoer to me. Although she didn't want to accept it, Lin Qiuhan could only turn around and leave. At this moment, Guchanga revealed his true face. Lin Qiuhan and Lin Tian are deeply bonded by blood. Do you know why she won't let this body be buried? You know I faked my death? Gu, who exactly are you, and what is your purpose? Purpose? Do I have a purpose? Have you always wanted to kill me? Now you're asking what my purpose is. Lin Tian noticed that Guchanga's aura was demonic. 1,000 questions appeared in his mind. Who is this person? Why does he have such methods? But Guchanga didn't want to answer him at all. His finger pointed directly at Lin Tian's forehead. A dead person doesn't need to know so much. Lin Tian couldn't believe that he was going to die like this. He only had time to scream once before collapsing to the ground. The soul fragment of a God King realm expert really had a good flavor. It made Guchanga's primordial spirit become even more powerful. But such demonic power couldn't be used recklessly. Without full assurance, Guchanga absolutely couldn't reveal it easily. Successfully killing the luck child, initiating the rule, luck value decreased, currently calculating. Congratulations, host, for receiving a gift. Heavenly Dao treasure chest, luck value increased by 100 points, destiny value increased by 500 points. The treasure chest has been taken, and the luck value exchange function has been activated. The host's luck can be exchanged for destiny value, with an exchange rate of 110. I see now. There has always been a saying that consuming luck preserves life. The ability to exchange luck functions gives me an additional trump card in an imperceptible way. Afterward, Guchanga decided to open the Heavenly Dao treasure chest. He obtained 3 luck seizure cards, 1/3 of a world destruction seed, and a critical strike card from the system settlement. The luck seizure cards can be used to compete for the luck child's luck. There is a certain risk of failure, so it depends on the luck child's condition. If the competition is successful, the luck child's luck will be reduced to 0, and the host will gain the corresponding amount of luck points. The critical strike card from the system settlement can grant critical strike rewards during system settlement, which could be rewards hundreds or even thousands of times the original amount. The critical strike card can be used when killing Yi Chen. As for the luck seizure cards, they are indeed rare and valuable items, and must be used cautiously. The price in the store is 10,000 destiny points. In other words, to start the competition, it's necessary to ensure you can seize at least 2,000 points of luck to avoid a loss. According to the system's calculation, the luck children I will encounter in the future will become stronger and stronger. Indeed, there are some benefits to cheating. Guchanga continued to open rewards boxes beyond the Heavenly Dao. Congratulations, host, you have obtained the halo of the Destiny Child. The halo is currently transforming into the halo of the villain's destiny. Congratulations, host, you have obtained the heart of the God King. This heart contains the hard-earned cultivation of a God King realm cultivator for thousands of years, and can be fused directly. Guchanga took the heart and replaced his own heart with it. It only elevated him by one layer in the Tao of heavenly immortals. He had already spent 3,000 destiny points, and his cultivation was still only at the late stage of Feng Ho. To break through to the peak of Feng Ho, it would likely require more than 5,000 destiny points. These matters really couldn't be delayed for even a moment. As Guchanga walked, he calculated his next steps, ensuring everything would be foolproof. Seeing Guchanga leaving, Lin Chohan couldn't help but shed tears. Guchanga wiped her tears while saying, Lin Tian's matter has been dealt with. The soul fragment of the strong cultivator who occupied his body has also been eliminated. Letting him rest in peace early is also a good thing. After all, he was only occupied for a short time, and his soul probably hasn't dissipated yet. Maybe there's a chance for reincarnation. Lin Chohan's tears increased as she thanked Guchanga. Zhanyu Ancient City is about 3 days' journey from Zhongzhou, where the Tianjiao debate takes place. I didn't expect the Cielu Holy Land to be destroyed like this. What kind of background does that young man from the upper world have? It's hard to say. Our ancient divine mountain has been in seclusion for many years, and we can't understand those kinds of people. But no matter his background, if he offends Brother Yi Chen, I will definitely make him pay the price. Miss Luli, rest assured, although that person comes from the upper world, he is nothing to us from the ancient divine mountain. That's right. He dared to offend Miss Luli. And this matter cannot be easily forgiven. He's just someone from the upper world, and this Tianqing realm is not a place where he can act with impunity. Di Shue, do you have any news of Brother Yi Chen? Miss, last time I sensed the fluctuation of spiritual energy within him in Zhongzhou. But it's been a while since I last sensed his aura. Is that so? During this time, Brother Yi Chen must have suffered quite a lot. Miss, you will definitely return to the upper world sooner or later, but as for Yi Chen, even reaching the void god realm is difficult for him. I advise you. I know you all look down on Brother Yi Chen, but I believe he will soar to great heights. He once said, don't look down on the poor young man. This is not without reason, but with Yi Chen's abilities, even if you give him 30,000 years, he won't accomplish much. He was already born at the starting line. And he will never be able to cross it. Enough. Don't say any more, Di Shue. I need to go meet that young man from the upper world. If anything unpleasant happens, that old guy in the void god realm beside him, I'll trouble you to step in and stop him. Di Shue didn't know what to say to this person with a brain full of water, and could only advise her to be careful. Guchanga was holding a pill in his hand, his expression extremely satisfied. Lin Chohan's talent was indeed impressive, only a few days had passed, and she had already succeeded in alchemy. Just then, outside, dark clouds gathered and thunder roared. But Guchanga remained unfazed, calmly sipping his tea. Who goes there, daring to trespass into the ancient Lin family? Ha ha ha, the ancient Lin family is so small. We come from the ancient divine mountain, and we're here to pay our respects. Upon hearing the words ancient divine mountain, the family head of the Lin family's expression immediately changed. May I ask what brings you to my Lin family? The white-haired man spoke, go tell Guchanga, Yi Chen's cousin. Luli hopes to meet him. If you all wish to meet young Master Gu, please wait a moment, I will notify him. The Lin family head spoke with difficulty. Do you know what it means to offend Miss Luli? The Lin family will have no place to stand in the Tianqing realm. But before this person could make a move, a golden giant hand suddenly descended from the sky. One finger was enough to bring the momentum of 1,000 troops, aiming directly at the red-haired man's face. When the wind stopped and the clouds parted, the red-haired man had disappeared. A voice echoed. Let them in. The red-haired man's companions didn't understand what had just happened, nor did they know where their young master had gone. After all, they were from the ancient divine mountain, and yet someone dared to say kill and actually do it. The palm strike just now had already carried the oppressive force of the Wind King realm. What kind of background does this person have? Although they were somewhat intimidated at first, they still decided to go in. In the sky, Di Shue had been quietly observing everything. Since entering the Lin family, she had sensed a powerful aura that was clearly suppressing them. This aura easily suppressed her heavenly god realm cultivation, but prevented her from probing his identity. It seemed that the Lin family's ancestors had already reached the God King realm. That mixed aura from the Wind King realm definitely came from that young man. Such strength, and with a God King realm attendant. Dishua suddenly realized something. This young man's surname is Gu, could he be from that family? If that's the case, we mustn't let Miss offend them. On the contrary, if we can take this opportunity to get closer to that young master, it would be an excellent thing. The white-haired man was very surprised and didn't understand why Dishua had appeared. Miss, the situation is urgent. In my opinion, this is likely a misunderstanding. What do you mean? Lin Lao felt that Dishua seemed to be conveying goodwill. Gu Changge, on the other hand, was full of curiosity about Yi Chen's cousin. Ancient bloodline, a genius from the mortal realm, deep affection. Haha, this move is both familiar and dramatic. Young master, are you planning to kill them? Do I look like someone who kills people casually? If they're eager to make friends, we should take the initiative. Upon seeing Gu Changge come out, everyone from the Lin family respectfully bowed. This was truly the appearance of the supreme young master from the upper world. Are you young master Gu? You're Yi Chen's cousin. Gu Changge sighed inwardly, thinking, this bastard Yi Chen, putting everything aside. But his romantic luck is really impressive, managing to hook up with a sister who has 800 points of luck. Greetings, young master Gu. This is our young miss, Yi Luli. I am responsible for protecting the young miss's safety in the lower realms. Just now, the young miss may have been a bit rude. Please forgive her and don't take it to heart. Upon seeing Dishua's attitude, Yi Luli was very displeased. What exactly are you here for? Miss, perhaps this is a misunderstanding. Why don't we take this opportunity to clear things up? If we don't, the flood might really reach the Dragon King Temple. You're too kind, senior. Please tell us your purpose here. First, may I ask boldly, is the young master from the Chongqing family? My young lady's background is from the ancient immortal tribe, the Yi family. Speaking of which, our two families have known each other for a long time. Chongqing family, why didn't you say that earlier? The ancient immortal tribe cannot offend the Chongqing family, and we certainly cannot afford to offend them. So, you are from the ancient immortal tribe. No wonder Miss Yi is so fearless, directly knocking on the door. When my father was young, he had some dealings with the head of the Yi family. It seems the senior also knows that I belong to the family. Father, could he be the only heir of the Chongqing family? If that's the case, then this young master will be the head of the family in the future. I didn't expect that kicking the can would land on an iron plate. The young master of the family? Doesn't that mean the young master's family died in vain? Just now, you were so arrogant, like a fierce tiger, but now you're like a paper tiger, hastily kneeling and begging for mercy. Yi Liuli couldn't understand why everything suddenly changed 180 degrees. Yishue spoke again, advising, Miss, this is completely a misunderstanding, you should apologize to the young master of the family. No matter how important the young master's identity is. How could he care about someone insignificant like Yi Chen? But Mrs. Personality would never allow Yi Liuli to apologize to anyone. No matter what family it is, she would never apologize to him. It was he who caused Yi Chen to hide everywhere, becoming the laughingstock of the world. This little girl seems to have deep feelings for Yi Chen. Even under such pressure, she still won't compromise. But in the end, she's just a pure-hearted child. Didn't you and Yi Chen have a good relationship? Then I'll attack from this angle and slowly devour you. After thinking it through, Gu Changge asked, Yi Liuli, what is the purpose of coming here? If you don't give me an explanation today, even if you are a descendant of the ancient immortal tribe, I won't let you go. Under the pressure released by Gu Changge, Yishue could only resist, continuously urging Gu Changge not to get angry, and apologize on behalf of Yi Liuli. However, Yi Liuli was not afraid of anyone and resolutely refused to apologize. Gu Changge called for Old Ming and ordered, every 10 breaths, kill one person beside Yi Liuli. If anyone resists, kill them all. Spare us, sir. Miss, please save us. We don't want to die. The fate of our entire family is in the young lady's hands. However, despite their pleas for mercy, Yi Liuli would never surrender, still shouting loudly, Gu Changge, you are despicable and shameless. Gu Changge seemed not to hear her words, instructing someone to bring a chair. I originally planned to sit down and play with them. Dishue anxiously advised, Miss, why doesn't the young lady understand? With the identity of young Master Gu, if he really wanted to kill Yi Chen, no matter how great Yi Chen's abilities were, he could not escape death. These things are definitely misunderstandings. You are the princess of the ancient immortal tribe, and young Master Gu is the young master of the Chongqing family. As long as you slightly lower your head, young Master Gu should not make things difficult for you. Someone like him can't possibly be a good person, Yi Liuli still said stubbornly. That's right, he's not a good person. Gu Changge, while drinking tea, reminded, 10 breaths have already passed. Old Ming stood behind, raising his hand and striking a very handsome and dashing pose. We've all made that pose before, right? The elder's index finger gently flicked. An unlucky young man was struck by the force of the palm wind and flew out. The remaining 2 people opened their mouths and swallowed nervously. Seeing that Gu Changge really dared to kill, Yi Liuli couldn't help but feel shocked. She couldn't help but want to step forward and scold him. But before she could speak, she heard the screams of the 2 young men, "Miss, save us. We don't want to die. We came here for you, please don't abandon us. If the young lady just says a few words for us, we can avoid death. Why won't you speak up? Isn't our life worth even a single word from the young lady? Yes, miss. You're so cold-hearted, abandoning us for the sake of young Master Yichen?" Yi Liuli felt extremely wronged, uncomfortable in her heart, but unable to refute. She lowered her head and gritted her teeth, saying, "Today's matter is Liuli's fault. I have offended the young master. Please, young master, be magnanimous and forgive me." Although the apology wasn't very sincere, Gu Changge still chose to forgive her. "I'm not that cold-blooded, after all. Such a small matter isn't worth paying attention to." "All right, miss." As expected, young Master Gu did not make things difficult for us. The 2 exchanged a glance, secretly feeling grateful. Then, they both knelt down and continuously kowtowed in gratitude. "Don't thank me," Gu Changge sneered. "It's Miss Liuli who granted you your lives. If you want to thank someone, go thank her." Yi Liuli secretly cursed Gu Changge as shameless and hated him deeply in her heart. "Young Master Gu, I came here today to ask about a few things and to seek justice." Gu Changge was slightly surprised, thinking to himself, "I don't remember doing anything wrong to Miss Yi, right? Is this matter related to your brother Yichen?" Gu Changge smiled, "Does Miss Yi think I did something? Killing an ant is nothing to me, why bother explaining any reason?" Yi Liuli wanted to say something, but didn't, her eyes full of confusion. In fact, if Gu Changge really wanted to kill Yichen, it would be no problem at all. So, how did Yichen survive after offending him? Or is it like the rumors say, all because of some woman? Yi Liuli unconsciously looked at Su Qingxia. Her figure and temperament made it easy to understand why men would go crazy for her. These men were truly blinded by beauty. No, it's impossible. Brother Chen has always been an honest and steady person, he wouldn't do something like that. Yi Liuli retorted, her tone firm. Seeing Yi Liuli's hesitant and angry expression, Gu Changge revealed a satisfied smile. In fact, he didn't kill Yichen because Yichen was still useful. As for the reason, even if they racked their brains, they could never guess it. If young Master Gu doesn't plan to kill Brother Chen, then why send people to the Kaiyuo Holy Land? What does this have to do with my brother? Yi Liuli asked in confusion. How laughable. Did Miss Yi come here today to blame me? Gu Changge raised an eyebrow. Do I need to explain to you if I kill an ant? His words were full of disdain and threat. Gu Changge didn't forget to release some of his aura, and Yi Liuli didn't have time to react, before her body slightly trembled. Though unwilling, Yi Liuli understood that Gu Changge wasn't wrong. With his status and power, handling the Kaiyuo Holy Land would be like killing an ant. If it's just an ant, would there even need to be a reason? Moreover, if he truly wanted to kill Brother Chen, how could Yichen survive even a second? At that moment, Yi Liuli finally realized that her behavior today had been utterly ridiculous. Notification, Yi Liuli has started to waver regarding Yichen. Yichen's fortune points, -100. Host's destiny points, +500. Gu Changge smiled, finally getting what he wanted. This thorn had deeply embedded itself in Yi Liuli's heart, and the following events would be much simpler. Without saying more, Gu Changge ordered for the guest to be escorted out. Miss Yi, young people should communicate more. After all, as people from the upper realm, meeting in the lower realm is also a kind of fate. Gu Changge understood Yi Shui's intentions, but he simply acted uninterested. For him, he had no interest in girls like her. He prepared to leave, no longer paying attention to Yiluli. Seeing Guchanga's indifferent attitude, Yiluli was momentarily stunned, a flash of unwillingness in her eyes. That Gu person, what do you mean? Just as he turned around, Guchanga showed an extremely sly smile. Now, Yiluli has appeared, and logically, she will definitely try to find an opportunity to meet Yichen next. The secret realm is about to open, and as long as Yichen isn't foolish, he will definitely show up on his own and tightly cling to Yiluli's leg. Based on the methods left earlier, it is clear to sense the position where Yichen will appear. It's time to set off. Yichen, don't disappoint me. It seems the records in the fragment weren't wrong. Sure enough, the entrance to the Tianyuan ancient secret realm is right here. Now, the key to the Tianyuan ancient secret realm is in my hands. Even though the secret realm is filled with numerous traps, I can easily reach the critical location. As long as I can obtain the inheritance of the Tianyuan Supreme, I will definitely find Guchanga to cleanse the humiliation, and that bitch Su Qingxia too. Looking at Yichen's attitude, Yiji didn't know what to say. Has it really developed to this point? Yichen asked Yiji. Guchanga brought the old monkey down to the lower realm and easily destroyed the Kaiyuo Holy Land. Could his goal also be the Tianyuan ancient secret realm? You're right, other than this ancient secret realm, nothing in the lower realm could attract Guchanga's attention. If that's the case, once the secret realm opens, Guchanga will definitely be the first to arrive. The secret realm must have many restrictions, and the old monkey of Guchanga definitely won't be able to enter at his peak state. If I can obtain the inheritance in the secret realm, when Guchanga arrives, I can use the secret key to control the traps and formations to deal with him. Wouldn't that make Guchanga a fish waiting to be slaughtered? Master, do you think I already have hope for revenge? Yiji was suddenly asked by Yichen, and froze, not knowing how to answer. It sounds good, but how do we know if Guchanga can enter the critical location? On the surface, Yichen said that Yiji's point made sense. But in his heart, he thought, Yiji actually chose to believe in Guchanga and couldn't see through my methods. Perhaps after receiving pills from Guchanga that time, my master changed. At this point, Yiji spoke again, advising Yichen to be cautious and emphasizing that the forces behind Yiluli are very powerful. Before he reaches the Void God realm, it's best not to have any dealings with her. But Yichen had already started to feel dissatisfied with his master, thinking that his master was worried about him teaming up with Yiluli to deal with Guchanga. He wanted to see what expression his master would have when Guchanga died at his hands. After Yichen entered, the Tianyuan ancient secret realm officially opened. Nearby cultivators quickly gathered and began searching for opportunities. As soon as they stepped inside, they realized that their cultivation was being suppressed. A boat had already appeared near the secret realm. Young master, it seems that the Tianyuan ancient secret realm restricts cultivators below the Great Being realm. The inheritance of a near-ultimate powerhouse just happens to limit cultivation to an appropriate level. As Guchanga had predicted, the Tianyuan ancient secret realm is exactly the place where Yichen can accumulate experience points. If he's not mistaken, even though Yichen's cultivation has not reached the Great Being realm, he still has enough strength to dominate here. The people below quickly realized this. The ones who had just arrived were from the Lin family and that young master. They immediately signaled each other and avoided the area, not daring to approach. Guchanga told everyone to suppress their cultivation and enter together. Inside the secret realm, Yichen was dealing with the corpse of a beast when he heard someone calling for him. He was very pleased, because it was Yilioli. Seeing that figure, Yichen immediately felt his heart stir. After 3 years, Yilioli had grown to this extent. She was now on equal footing with Su Qingxia. Seeing the look in Yichen's eyes, Di Shui angrily shouted, "Close those filthy eyes of yours. How dare someone as lowly as you look at the face of my young mistress? 30 years east of the river, 30 years west of the river." The elder's words seemed outdated. "How dare you point fingers at the 9 heavens true dragon with the likes of you, a bug I've never even seen? Only someone as talented as young Master Gu deserves to be with my young mistress." Fearing that Yichen might misunderstand, Yilioli spoke up to stop her. But Di Shui continued, "If it weren't for this kid, how could Guchanga treat you so poorly, leading to the two of you? Di Shui, don't let me hear that disgusting name again. Lioli, are you and Guchanga? What are you thinking? Then why did you say he's annoying? What exactly happened? Have you suffered some grievance?" It's nothing. It's just that Guchanga, he's the young master of the Chongqing family from the upper realm, and his background is much stronger than mine. If I want to deal with him, I must be cautious. But Yi Chen was extremely angry. What's so great about Guchanga? No one can do anything to me. In the storage ring, Di Chan had also heard everything. Guchanga's power was so vast, yet he still spared Yi Chen. Could it really be because he wants to win me over? At this moment, Guchanga and his group entered the secret realm. One person exclaimed, "The celestial trees here are lush, the spiritual energy is abundant, it is truly a place of creation." Old Ming immediately spoke up to remind them, "I have taught you all not to be fooled by the appearance of things before you. How is it that you're treating this as idle talk? Use your spiritual sense to perceive." In such an environment, evil energy is mixed in, and traps and mechanisms are hidden within, making them difficult to predict. This operation is very important for the young master. We must be very careful, and not make any mistakes. However, Guchanga spoke up and told Old Ming not to worry too much, as he had a way to find a safe path. "The mark I left on the elixir still exists. The secret realm has not been open for long, even though Yi Chen and the others are acting quickly, they have only just reached the outer perimeter of the important location. Let Yi Chen be my trailblazer. He must do his best." Just as Guchanga had predicted, Yi Chen and Yi Liuli's group had just arrived at the tomb entrance. Yi Liuli did not expect that, after years of not seeing each other. Yi Chen's strength had already reached the peak of the Saint Realm. Although Yi Chen had the key, and the journey here had been smooth, for some reason, deep in his heart, he always felt an uneasy sensation. There was also another strange thing. Throughout the journey, the master had not spoken a word. Perhaps the inheritance secret realm is right here. To avoid unnecessary delays, let's go in quickly. Yi Chen shouted. Di Shui, seeing how close the two were, could only angrily think to herself, this kid only has some luck, having gained some opportunities. Apart from that, how could he possibly compare to Guchanga? According to the map information in Yi Chen's hands, this is indeed the tomb of a certain quasi-supreme expert. If the information is correct, deep in the ancient city ahead, there will be a palace, and inside will be the inheritance of that expert. Yi Chen reminded, the evil energy here is getting stronger, we should still be careful. As soon as his words fell, a huge demon beast appeared. When it was about to attack the group, it was struck down by Di Shui with a single palm. No one expected that there would be so many demon beasts around. Yi Liuli said, eliminate them. You go ahead, we'll handle the rest. There was no other choice. Yi Chen said, everyone hold on for a bit, I'll go to accept the inheritance. After dealing with it, I'll come back to help you. Just as they were about to make a move. At this moment, all the demon beasts were suddenly struck away by a single palm. The one who made the move was none other than Guchanga. Yi Liuli angrily questioned, how did you all arrive so quickly? Guchanga did not hide it and said, this is thanks to your brother Yi Chen. Guchanga admitted that he had already made a move, influencing Yi Chen. By now, Yi Liuli finally understood why Guchanga had never made a move on Yi Chen. She also guessed that Guchanga's purpose for descending was precisely for the inheritance in this secret realm. It seems you're quite smart. But what confused Yi Liuli was, Guchanga comes from the Chongqing clan, and such inheritances are not something he lacks. Why would he still target the tomb of a quasi-supreme expert? It's fine if you don't understand. Guchanga saw through the little girl's thoughts. He knew she was trying to buy time for her brother Yi Chen. So, he immediately ordered everyone to clear the way. The others didn't waste words and immediately flew up, using their palm power to strike at Yi Liuli's group and the demon beasts. When Di Shui was about to take action, she was immediately stopped by Old Ming. In just one round of attacks, Yi Liuli's group was severely injured, losing their combat ability. Yi Liuli could only watch as Guchanga left. Before leaving, Guchanga even instructed Old Ming, do not let anyone disturb them. At this moment, Yi Chen had already arrived at the inheritance place he had longed for. In his heart, he hoped that Yi Liuli could hold on for a little longer. From the outside, it was clear that the interior of this palace was not as safe as Di Shui had imagined. More importantly, the evil energy here was very strong. She reminded Yi Chen to mentally prepare in advance. However, Yi Chen did not take her words to heart, thinking she was overthinking. He had already prepared pills to deal with the evil energy here. Soon, Yichen also opened the large door. The evil energy rushed out from inside. No wonder this is the place of creation for a quasi-supreme expert. The lingering pressure is so powerful. Inside the palace, a shadow was sitting on the main seat. A long spear was pierced through his body, and iron chains were wrapped around him. Yichen swallowed nervously. He thought to himself, wondering where the inheritance was. A voice suddenly sounded, surprising him greatly. The inheritance is in the corpse on that throne. The person answering him was none other than Guchanga. Guchanga's gaze turned toward Yichen, as if saying, "This time, you're definitely dead." Yichen could not believe it. How could it be Guchanga here? Guchanga spoke ambiguously. "Yichen, you are really foolish. I've been here for half a day, just waiting for you to open the door for me. As for why I am here, you can ask yourself. Anyway, you found the path and helped me enter." A thought quickly flashed through Yichen's mind. Someone must have leaked information to me. But who? He chose to trust Yi Liuli. She would never do such a thing. Yichen suddenly looked down at the ring on his hand. Guchanga seized the opportunity to speak, greeting Di Shui and hoping she would appear to meet him. Upon hearing Guchanga's words, Yichen realized that his previous guess had been correct. He took off the ring and threw it to the ground. "I respected you as my master, yet you teamed up with the enemy to harm me over a pill." At this moment, Di Shui also appeared, looking at Yichen with disappointment. Given their relationship, how could she not know what Yichen was thinking? "You joined forces with Guchanga to harm me, is this your true face? No wonder you've been so unreasonable lately. Is it because of guilt? We've been together so long, you should have me in your heart. I didn't expect you to be like that vile woman, Suchinga, flattering and crawling around the stench like ants." Di Shui felt a chill in her heart. If Yichen already thought this way, then she didn't need to explain anything further. "From now on, our master-disciple bond is severed. Final notification, Yichen has severed ties with his master." Yichen's fortune points decreased by 200 points, and the host's destiny points increased by 1,000 points. Guchanga smiled and greeted Di Shui. He thought her expression was much better than before. Fortunately, with the spirit-gathering pill from the young master, Di Shui had been able to recover to her current state. Otherwise, relying on certain people, who knows when she could have been reborn, and in the end, even a trace of her soul might have disappeared. Yichen had been silent since just now, standing there listening to the conversation between the two. Guchanga continued, "It seems that the misunderstanding between Yichen and Yanji is quite deep. But for Yanji now, whether Yichen has a misunderstanding or not doesn't matter anymore." Guchanga pretended to feel guilty. "What I said earlier made Yichen think that Yanji had revealed his whereabouts to me. That's not true." "Enough, there's a limit to your boasting, right? Just look at the smug look on your face." Seeing Guchanga act as though he was considering her, compared to Yichen's attitude toward her today, it seemed he had truly never regarded her as a master. Yichen could no longer hold back and spoke up, "Guchanga, at this point, do you still plan to play the good guy? You teamed up with her to scheme against me, just so I would open the door to this great hall, right? Having such a master, not only do you not cherish it, you still continue to hurt others. She rejected my attempts to recruit her, and didn't abandon me when I was at my most difficult. At that time, I thought a woman like her was truly rare in this world. Now that you've gotten the inheritance and have a backup, do you plan to abandon her? You're lying. Clearly, it's the two of you who schemed against me. If she schemed against you, why don't you look at yourself? How many times have I helped you escape? Don't you find it strange? Yichen, are you planning to remain foolish forever?" Yanji spoke, asking Guchanga to stop talking. If he doesn't mind, she would be willing to follow him from now on. Yichen immediately cursed, "Bitch," and was immediately slapped away. This slap was not dealt by anyone else, but by Guchanga himself. "If Yanji is willing to follow me, I certainly welcome it." Yanji's allegiance resulted in the host's fortune points increasing by 400 and destiny points increasing by 2,000. Guchanga took out the soul-nourishing jade as a welcome gift to celebrate Yanji following him. How could he let her suffer in a storage ring? Yichen painfully stood up. Using the key to activate the power of the secret realm, he swore to kill Guchanga. The surrounding energy began to fluctuate violently. Guchanga told Yanji, quickly go inside the soul-nourishing jade to rest, I'll handle everything here. Before disappearing, Yan Ji reminded Gu Chang'e, the secret key in Yi Chen's hand can control the formations of the secret realm, and its power is immense. You must not let your guard down. At this moment, a golden-colored general was above Yi Chen's head, extraordinarily fierce. As Yi Chen was preparing to charge forward, Gu Chang'e sneered, "You think a mechanism formation can deal with me?" A gigantic hand grabbed the golden-colored general's fist. That was Gu Chang'e's heavenly demon giant. Yi Chen was confused. What kind of monster is this giant, to be able to resonate with the weapon of the expert on the throne? But Gu Chang'e only responded, "A person about to die doesn't need to know too much." Yi Chen wasn't going to die so easily. He controlled the general, launching an attack and sending out a palm strike. But Gu Chang'e's heavenly demon used its hand to cover the general's mouth. The key in Yi Chen's hand shattered, and the general was torn apart by his own palm strike. Then, Yi Chen was seen lying there motionless, while the golden-colored general quickly dissipated. "Kid, you've been jumping around for so long, today I'm going to end you." Yi Chen didn't understand why Gu Chang'e wasn't suppressed by the secret realm's restrictions. Am I really going to die here? At this moment, Yi Liuli struck with a sword, trying to stop Gu Chang'e. But her sword only struck halfway before it stopped. Gu Chang'e seemed to have anticipated that Yi Liuli would come. Old Ming easily blocked Yi Liuli and her group. It was Gu Chang'e who secretly ordered Old Ming to let her in. Gu Chang'e asked Yi Liuli, "Do you want to save Yi Chen?" Maybe Gu Chang'e was waiting for her to say this. Yi Liuli firmly said, "As long as Gu Chang'e releases Yi Chen, anything can be discussed, as long as the conditions aren't excessive." But how could Gu Chang'e let her speak the conditions to him? The heavenly demon lightly squeezed its hand, and Yi Chen's scream made Yi Liuli extremely worried. "Liuli, never agree to him. Even if I die, I won't let you beg him. Did I ask you to speak?" This time, Yi Chen was squeezed so hard that he sprayed blood. Yi Liuli saw this scene and, in her desperation, couldn't help but urge Gu Chang'e to state his conditions. "Anything I can do, I'll do." Gu Chang'e seized the opportunity to demand that she open her sea of consciousness and agree to become his slave. Yi Chen, who was in a coma, heard these words and immediately regained consciousness, shouting for Yi Liuli not to agree. Another mouthful of blood was spat out. Yi Liuli could no longer bear it and immediately agreed to Gu Chang'e. Gu Chang'e's desire to control her was indeed ambitious, but it seemed that he had miscalculated. The Yi family had a spiritual power technique that could eliminate any attack targeting the soul. Dealing with the slave seal was as easy as flipping a hand. She actually dared to agree to his terms. As a princess from the upper realm, she was willing to make such a deal for a mere lower realm boy, Yi Chen. "You don't need to worry about it. I agree, but you must swear not to harm my brother Chen anymore, and you can't kill him. If you break this oath, your soul will be devoured by the heavenly demon. And you'll fall into the demonic path forever, condemned by all eternity." Gu Chang'e smiled and asked, "Do you really want me to swear such an oath?" He immediately pointed to the sky and repeated Yi Liuli's words. Yi Liuli was momentarily stunned, not expecting Gu Chang'e to agree so easily. "I've fulfilled your request. Now it's time for you to fulfill your promise. Or are you regretting it now? It's not too late. If you want to make a move, do it quickly. Stop talking nonsense." She was indeed a little anxious. "If that's the case, then I'll start." Gu Chang'e pointed a finger at Yi Liuli's forehead. She suddenly became like a soulless person. An extremely strange bottle appeared. Yi Chen's figure was gradually obscured in front of her. When she looked again, Yi Chen's figure had already turned into Gu Chang'e. When Yi Liuli woke up, she couldn't remember what Gu Chang'e had done to her. Of course, that was something he had to do. If it was already done, then shouldn't Chingij be released now? "What should you call me?" Yi Liuli suddenly, as if losing her soul, called out to Gu Chang'e twice, "Master." She was also surprised at herself. Could it be the effect of the slave seal from just now? Gu Chang'e explained, "The slave seal is just a low-level thing. What I used is called the demon-subduing bottle. This technique is extremely secret, and only the most powerful beings can perceive changes in the sea of consciousness. Under the influence of this technique, you will gradually forget what happened. Soon, you will become my absolutely loyal demon marquis." Upon hearing this, Yi Chen cursed angrily, "Gu Chang'e, you are truly despicable. But in Guchanga's eyes, he was nothing more than a dead man who only knew how to talk nonsense. You already swore an oath, how could it be? Before he finished speaking, the huge heavenly demon once again squeezed him. The heavenly demon devours the soul, eternally falling into the demonic path? To me, the heavenly demon is just a supplement delivered to my door. Because I am a demon myself, the path I walk is the demonic path. At this moment, Yichen finally sought Yi Liuli's help. A system prompt sounded, the luck of the child of destiny has reached 0. The rule-triggered kill has been activated. Then Yichen disappeared. In the face of Yichen's death, Yi Liuli felt not the slightest pain. She didn't even have the slightest hatred for Guchanga. Completion of the kill of the child of destiny, Yichen. The system is calculating. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the heavenly Dao chest. Luck value increased by 200 points. Destiny value increased by 1000 points. Using the critical hit card, opening the heavenly Dao chest. Critical hit card calculation successful. Congratulations to the host for achieving a 5x critical hit. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 1000 luck points. And destiny value increased by 50 points. Opening the heavenly Dao chest. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 1/3 of a world deficient seed and a void marrow. Based on the previous reward for killing Lin Tian, the items dropped from the treasure chest must be related to the child of destiny. Could it be that Yichen is hiding some kind of bloodline talent? What a pleasant surprise. This is a perfect opportunity to improve my cultivation and also acquire the 8 Desolation Demon Strike. Guchanga immediately absorbed the void marrow he had just obtained. This time, he comprehended the power of the void, focusing on destruction, Dao transformation, concealment speed, and unity. This truly is an exceptional treasure. Guchanga's character information, Destiny Halo, Villain. Identity, True Disciple of the Dao Tian Immortal Palace. Bloodline Constitution, Demon Alter Dao Bone. Divine Abilities, Dao Tian Immortal 8th Layer, 10,000 Transformations Demon Body. Talents, Innate Divine Finger, Thought Talent, Swallowing Demon Magic. Destiny Value, 9,000 points. Luck, 1880. Opened items in the shop system, Domain Breaking Talisman, 1, 3 Broken Seeds, 1/3 World, 3 cards for competing for luck. Guchanga. While he was checking the information, he heard Yi Liuli's call. What did you call me? He turned and asked. Yi Liuli subconsciously replied, Master. Guchanga told her to stay here obediently, then casually tossed Yi Chen's corpse aside. Now, it's time to get to the serious business. As Guchanga walked, he assessed the body of Yi Chen, who was already dead. Reaching the level of a supreme expert, his aura was enough to destroy the heavens. It seems at least at the level of supreme chi. To subdue him, it seems I'll have to use some methods. Just then, the dried-up skeleton flickered slightly. It was a lingering thought, the inheritance left behind. In the conventional way, the child of destiny would pass through various trials to kill and gain the recognition of the owner of the secret realm. He would accept the inheritance of the kingdom of justice, seal the demon strike, and refine the demonic nature for his own use. But now, Guchanga had not only seized the opportunity, but also directly destroyed the source of the child of destiny. If I want to obtain the 8 Desolation Demon Strike, I must break the seal left by that supreme. But if I destroy all the inheritance, his lingering thoughts will surely not spare me. The remnant soul of the supreme spoke, you come here to accept my inheritance. Guchanga held the domain-breaking talisman in his hand, and if the situation turned unfavorable, he could use it to escape. He decided to take a gamble. Scheming, cunning, and dark nature. I cultivate the path of light, how could I possibly give my inheritance to you? The remnant soul said. This power seemed to belong to Yi Chen, who previously held the secret realm key, but he hadn't exerted his full strength. The path of light. If it were the so-called child of destiny now, wouldn't that be another kind of rejection? Yi Chen, that name was inherently unclean, hypocritical, selfish, and self-centered. In critical moments, he was afraid of death, yet pretended to be righteous. Guchanga spoke, please, senior, see clearly. Although I, the younger generation, have a dark nature, I also have light in my heart. I carry the mission of the country and the world. To save the people from deep suffering. If you give me the inheritance, I will certainly eradicate evil and promote good, never committing any wrong. The remnant soul shouted angrily, I have cultivated for tens of thousands of years, how could I not see your true nature? You are shameless, cunning, hypocritical. You are unforgivable. Do you think I really need your inheritance? If it weren't for the demon strike, I wouldn't bother wasting time with you. Guchanga said coldly. The dead should stay obediently in their coffins. You, Junior. You're courting death. The Supreme Remnant Soul launched a violent flame attack towards Guchanga. But Guchanga merely sneered, the power of this move is no more than that of the Void God realm. He said as he activated his multicolored magic robe. The hall trembled violently. But unfortunately, that remnant soul, though the master of the secret realm, was still constrained by the laws of the middle heaven. Even if its power could surpass the limits, it could not escape the rules that had already been set. Are you ready for defense? His gaze lingered on the 8 Desolation Demon Strike. This truly was an extremely fierce treasure. Such a good weapon, if I don't use it to kill you, I'd feel it would be a waste. The 8 Desolation Demon Strike is a deadly item. Once it is born, everything will perish. Do you dare defy my will, Junior? Defy? Unfortunately, I am the very demon you speak of. You, Junior, are arrogant. All cultivators of the demon way deserve to die. How can you, Senior, claim to know everything? Is it because light is what you value, and darkness should be denied? I am a cultivator, the embodiment of light. My path of light is the true righteous path. If you are so righteous and kind, why did you leave behind an inheritance? Why did you set up so many traps and formations around your tomb? Is this what you call the righteous path? You lured countless cultivators here, causing them to die in this secret realm, just because you selfishly wanted to protect your inheritance. How many lives have you taken? And yet you dare to call yourself the righteous path? The remnant soul sneered, nonsense. Since ancient times, cultivators have fought for opportunities. Killing each other in life and death, it has always been natural. My inheritance is what everyone desires. It's not my fault, it's the nature of cultivation. So this doesn't affect obtaining the demon strike, right? This demon item is an opportunity for me, and the best response is for you, Senior, to choose me. Damn despicable bastard. Another palm strike came toward Guchanga. He couldn't dodge in time and was pierced by this palm strike. But when he turned around, he found that the person had already disappeared. The power of the void flickered, and Guchanga was already standing on the 8 Desolate Demon Glaive. The 8 Desolate Demon Glaive has manifested in the world today. This demon glaive resonates with the aura on my body, which also reduces a lot of the trouble during the refinement process. Break it for me. The chains were broken with a single strike. Demon energy immediately surged out, even pushing back extreme realm powerhouses. The people who were enthusiastically hunting monsters immediately stopped. They shouted to each other to flee. But were still devoured by the demon energy. Turning into nothingness. The entire secret realm turned into a dark area. No wonder it's demon energy that surpasses the extreme realm. Simply unsealing it caused such a big commotion. Has its demonic nature already formed into an essence spirit? This stupid kid. Don't even think about taking this thing away. Guchanga only responded with one sentence, it's too late. A strike was made, causing the entire main hall to be severed. The remnants of the extreme realm powerhouse's soul were also dissipated. He never expected that Guchanga could control the demon glaive so easily. After all, it's just the remnant soul of an extreme realm powerhouse. Rather than dissipating, it's better for me to use it. Guchanga took out a jade bottle and absorbed the remnant soul of the extreme realm powerhouse into it. The skull also fell to the ground. A weapon so precious was actually sealed here for a full 10,000 years. As your future master, I truly feel heartbroken. From now on, I will take you to travel across the seas, and I will never let you suffer such indignities again. The demon glaive suddenly trembled. Does this mean you agree? Guchanga looked at the system's information board and sighed, the 8 Desolate Demon Glaive is indeed not an ordinary item. The system actually opened a space specifically for it. This is fine too, as it can prevent strong experts from sensing it. After all, it is an extremely powerful weapon, and the fewer people who know about it, the better. Inside the soul-nourishing jade space, Yanji was worried, not knowing what had happened outside. Guchanga was truly very cautious. Although the soul-nourishing jade did not restrict Yan-ji from appearing, she couldn't know what was happening outside without his permission. This was best, to prevent her from seeing his secrets and causing an accident. Suddenly, the restriction disappeared. Yan-ji immediately appeared. Senior Yan-ji, regarding Yi Chen. I have decided to follow the young master. What others think, right or wrong, no longer matters. Let the past be the past. It was only then that old Ming rushed over. Please forgive me, young master. The old servant and the guards were unable to stop her, which led to that little girl, Yi Liuli, escaping. It's fine, she won't cause any big trouble anyway. Get up. The matter in the lower realms has been resolved, and it's time for us to return. The Lin family members suddenly felt a bit disappointed. At this time, Yi Shui and the others also arrived. Upon seeing Gu Chang'e, they showed great respect and quickly made way. Miss, are you all right? What happened to that boy, Yi Chen? He's dead. It was Gu Chang'e who did it. What? Dead? Yi Shui looked at Yi Liuli with concern, but she did not show any signs of pain. It's fine, let's go back. And so, Yi Chen was forever buried in the secret realm. In the upper realm, the immortal dynasty was unparalleled. Brother Emperor, now that the position of the emperors of the unparalleled immortal dynasty is vacant, please allow me to take it. Of course, I will. Fourth sister, your aptitude is imperial, and I humbly admit I am inferior. From today onward, Yu Wukong will become the empress. Under the heavens, I wish to be a subject to the people. The immortal dynasty will be eternal, unparalleled for all time. The immortal dynasty will be eternal, unparalleled for all time. It has already been half a year. By now, you should have returned from the lower realms, right? The person I once loved the most, Gu Chang'e. As the fourth princess of the unparalleled heavenly dynasty, she was a demon cultivator. Just thinking about it is terrifying. If Gu Xiao Master had not discovered her identity on the wedding night, even he might have fallen into hell. No. It's not me, it's not me. The one who inherits the demon art must die. Kill her. Kill her. Silence. Demon cultivators kill cultivators, bring chaos to the world, and violate the natural order. If I had a betrothal with Yu Wukong, it would be right for me to bear this responsibility. Today, I must personally carry out the execution. Chang'e, you are truly ruthless. I never expected that the person I loved most would be you. And now, the one who wants to kill me, is you. 3,000 years, I did not hesitate to become enemies with my father. In order to help him establish the first immortal dynasty in the world, I have cleared his suspicion of inheriting the demon art more than once. 3,000 years, I waited for him. In the end, on the wedding night, what I received was mockery and ridicule. I trusted him so much, but I became the tool for his fake suffering plan, carrying the disgrace of inheriting the demon art, and finally dying by his hand. Now, in this life, reborn, I will expose your hypocritical mask, take everything that belongs to you, and make you a person everyone despises. I will imprison you by my side, torturing you to live worse than death. I believe we will meet again soon, Gu Chang'e. A door appeared. This is the reception hall of the Chongqing family, responsible for welcoming the young master back home. It is able to open under the will of destiny. The young master's family is truly powerful. The young master is the heir of the Chongqing family and also a disciple of the Tao Immortal Heavenly Palace. What is the significance of the reception hall? You must understand that although the upper realm is vast and boundless, the young master's status remains the pinnacle. Old Ming, once we reach the upper realm, you'll be in charge of arranging their residence. Upper realm, Chongqing family. A beam of light flickered. It's the young master. The young master is back. The two gate-guarding servants clasped their fists in salute, welcoming the young master. Inside the great hall, has Chang'e returned? Father. Gu Lin Tian, the head of the Chongqing family, how has your work been? When you went to the lower realm this time, some of the other clans commented on it, and they've been listening out for your movements. So, the clan elders must have heard that you sealed the demon energy in the lower realm, and countless cultivators are deeply grateful to you, even setting up statues in your honor, right? Did you succeed? Quickly take it out and let me see. This was once the weapon of the demon lord. Perhaps you haven't fully mastered it yet. It seems you have another opportunity. Indeed, I didn't expect that it has already become a spiritual essence. Put it away. After all, only your mother and I know about your connection to the demon heart. Before you inherit the family, it's best not to use this weapon of the demon lord. Your mother has been thinking about you lately. If you return, make some time to visit her at the Taichu Divine Sect. Has Yu Wukong been discussing your marriage with her father recently? Regardless, she is still your fiancée. This time, don't act so cold toward her like you did in the past. By the way, you always complained that her methods weren't brilliant enough, but since you've returned these past 6 months, what she has done has been truly impressive. She does indeed have the qualifications to become an empress. Your mother is very pleased with her. If she can assist you in the future, no matter how vast this world is, it will be at your command. My fiancé Yu Wukong. In my memories, it seems I don't have much affection for her. On the contrary, her admiration for me has only deepened. What's more concerning is that in these past 6 months, she suddenly changed her character and showed her talents. This paces the rise of the daughter of destiny? The daughter of destiny paired with a villainous husband. What kind of path will this take this time? Little Chang'e, after returning from the lower realm, I didn't expect you to already have the peak strength of the Fenghe realm. Now, it seems that geniuses from other clans will struggle to rival you. It seems the position of the next family head will fall to this line again. The 3rd generation of family heads belongs to this line, no wonder they're slightly excessive. What a pity, for the 13th branch. The past events have caused this line to suffer greatly. I wonder if that ancestor is still in seclusion or if they've already ascended to the Tao. The little girl from the 13th branch is also a pitiful child. She's still young, and yet her brother has already taken her Tao bone. Recently, I've heard some news from the immortal Qi. It seems that child didn't die, but instead has shown talent and has already reclaimed their Tao bone. Sister Xianyao, I must leave here now. My cultivation has just reached the Saint Lord realm, and those supreme Tao lineages and long-standing heirs of Taoist traditions are all stronger than me. I must go find my grandfather and parents. They have been exiled under the oppression of my eldest uncle for many years, and I fear they can no longer restore their former glory. Of course, the main reason is that good brother. When I was young, I always clung to him, but that heartless guy took away my Tao bone. This grudge, I must repay. Xianer, this time for revenge, I and the other masters will not intervene too much, it will be up to you alone. I understand, Sister Xianyao. This is my grudge with him from before. Over the years, the masters have treated me very well, and I am extremely grateful to them, as well as to you, sister. Sigh. This girl. A peach blossom falls. Take this with you, it can save your life in a crucial moment. If someone recognizes you, they shouldn't make things difficult for you. A divine bird appeared. Ling'er thanks you, Sister Xianyao. She then mounted the bird and left the mountain village. Before leaving, Master gave me a knife, second master gave me a rope, and third master. Xianer thanks all the masters for their care and teachings over the years. Once I resolve things, I will definitely return to visit everyone. Finally, she's gone. This little girl has been raised for over 10 years, and it's truly a bit hard to part with her. But I hope she will have smooth sailing. Upper Realm, Western Lingzhou of the Outer Domain. Old Ming, where is the 19 cities in the sky? Why did a God King Realm expert suddenly appear here? Shu. Can you casually talk about this level? The junior did not know the respected one was here and failed to greet you from afar, please forgive me. May I ask why the respected one has come here? I was ordered by the young master to come here to find the clanspeople with the surname Gu. Clanspeople with the surname Gu? Is the city lord from the Gu family? Indeed, many came here more than 10 years ago. They lived in the ancient city of Bluestone. And there were several powerful experts, just as the senior said. Ancient city of Bluestone? I didn't expect they would send someone to find it here. So many years have passed. Although that brother has returned to the upper realm, where there are clan elders, in the short term, my eldest uncle won't be able to do anything to my people. I just left the land of immortal energy, and until I'm certain, I definitely can't meet that person. Hao Chang'e, if you dare harm our clan members, I will turn you into ash. In his own mansion. Hao Chang'e called out the system. I've already accumulated 2,000 luck points. Doesn't this already surpass those luck children? Why is it still black? With so many luck points, what effect would it have if they are used up? The concept of luck is a result calculated by the system. Luck itself is a vague existence, and its various manifestations are just intuitive explanations for the host. Since the host is a being of destiny, they no longer belong to this world. Using up the luck points has no effect on the host, nor does it affect their life or background. However, the host can only increase their luck points by capturing lucky people or killing lucky children. So, luck for me is actually like destiny points. And since I can gain luck opportunities myself, luck points can be exchanged for destiny points. The ratio is 1 to 10, right? System, that's right. In other words, these luck points are a reserve for me, and can be exchanged at any time. It seems it's time to make those old fools in the clan shut up. System, exchange 1,000 luck points. Increase my points. A column of energy shot straight into the sky. This is Chang'e, my child has broken through to the Wind King realm. The Wind King realm is indeed another level. It seems to allow glimpses into some of the world's Tao and luck. This Tao bone seems to still have a slight reaction. Could it be because Xiener is still alive? It seems there are quite a few things that need to be dealt with. Suddenly changing the norm, and also my fiancé, Yu Ming, who is not only favored by the clan elders, but also Xiener's cousin, the child whose Tao bone I once took. And then there's my identity as the inheritor of Dao Tian Immortal Palace. I'm walking the path of a villain, and I definitely can't expect it to go smoothly. Regarding the clan's people, Xiener has already handed it over to Old Ming for secret handling. But if I want to make the old fools in the clan shut up, this alone isn't enough. Mall system, now that I have the Yuanshan talent, I should also have mastered a secret technique for the Yuanshan. Exchange the infinite preceding technique, destiny value, 5,000 points. A beam of light flashed in the center of Hao Chang'e's forehead. That kid Hao Chang'e, could he have encountered some opportunity in the lower realm? Even his Yuanshan has been cultivated to this level. That pure and powerful aura. I'm afraid no one of his peers in the upper realm could compare. So, the next family head position. Before he could finish speaking, a loud voice echoed throughout the entire Chongqinggu family. Chang'e requests the clan elders to come to the main hall to meet. So soon? In the plaza of the main hall. Elders of the clan, it is truly an honor to appear and meet with Chang'e. The reason I have invited you here today is to inform you of a major matter. As for the position of future family head, Chang'e believes that it is time to make a decision. Chang'e, the position of family head is of great importance. I believe we still need to discuss this further. That's right, the matter of the family head still requires a long discussion. How can the position of family head be decided so easily? It seems that the elders have misunderstood. I am here today simply to inform you of this matter, not to request a discussion. I remember the family rules, and this is how it has always been decided, right? The family head of each generation is chosen from the strongest among the peers. If any of you elders think that Chang'e's strength is still lacking, how about I have a match with your younger generation? What do you think? An elder angrily said, how dare you? So what if you're strong? Can the position of family head be decided by strength alone? Hao Chang'e gestured to stop the elder. As for morality, I won't go on about martial arts. You elders should know that, in this world, the highest form of morality is martial power. My strength is greater than your younger generations, and of course, my virtues far exceed theirs. Don't you agree? You really dare to say anything. Hao Chang'e, are you proud of yourself? Isn't it because you have a good father? We grew up with such resources. If we had them, our strength would be no less than yours. Fourth uncle's son, Hao Shenxing, stood up. What about me? Fine. I know you all envy me for having a good father. Now, let me find a suitable excuse for my useless son. You weaklings can only kneel at my feet. The younger generation was furious with Hao Chang'e's words, almost ready to explode with anger. The clan leader cleared his throat. Chang'e, this is going too far. I'll say it again, the position of family head is yours. But now, either you and the other clan brothers and sisters take action to ensure everyone's strength. Or, from now on, when you meet me, take a detour 3 miles away. What do you think? No one can easily lay claim to the position of Hao family head. This is too much. Grandfather, let us go up there. This person is too shameless. Chang'e, this kind of method is something I've never seen before. Although he's a younger generation member, indeed, from the start, he was fully qualified. With just a few words, he stirred up the elders so fiercely. Seeing this situation now, if we really try to stop it, it won't be easy. This kid is truly too cunning. If that's the case, then let's fight. I'll also take this opportunity to see just how strong his talent is. After all, he has always been using his Dao bone to hide from the outside world. But we all know what he's concealing, as long as we can find out, that's enough. How Chang'e's father looked at him, very satisfied. If things have developed to this point, I will follow Chang'e's decision today. However, since he is from our clan, I hope you will hold back when you make your move, an elder spoke up. That's right. If anything happens to my grandson today, I will go to the clan's ancestral elder and accuse your father and son of your actions. How Chang'e understood. Since the elder had said it to this extent, then it would be better to let them come. Right. I can suppress my cultivation to the Fenghe realm. If that doesn't work, I can use the Saint Lord realm. This is too much. How Chang'e, today I will teach you a good lesson. How Chang'e smiled lightly. The opponent's punch hit him as if it were striking air, completely ineffective. In an instant, How Chang'e appeared beside the opponent. With one punch, he knocked the opponent unconscious. That reverse force, just now. So How Chang'e has been hiding it all along. Exactly. That was void talent, an extremely rare talent, on par with time talent. How Chang'e stepped on the body of the opponent he just defeated. Did you say you were going to teach me a lesson? This guy really looks down on others. Could we have guessed wrong earlier? Does How Chang'e not have a heart demon after all? How Chang'e threw the young man he just defeated in front of everyone. Then, he flew over their heads. And landed behind them. Stop wasting time, all of you, come at me together. Come at you together? One person angrily said, what family head, no family head, today, we will teach him a good lesson. A young man swung his sword at How Chang'e. How Chang'e merely flicked his finger, and the opponent was sent flying. The other young people rushed forward together. How Chang'e also charged forward. Weaving through the crowd, but no one could touch him. A young man stepped down from above, don't be arrogant, How Chang'e. He unleashed the Tian Yuan sword technique. But How Chang'e still cleverly dodged it. Continuous sword strikes flew toward him. Just as he was flying, suddenly a palm struck toward him. He smiled lightly and casually blocked it with his hand. A young girl with a large sword rushed over, her eyes filled with determination. She saw How Chang'e's strange movements, her mind filled with questions. With his other hand, he released a flame and shot it toward the girl. He used his void talent to manipulate the flame, making it suddenly change direction. Too cunning. A group of people continued to chase. This time everyone attacked together. But How Chang'e was like a dragon, vanishing and reappearing, no one could land a hit on him. Just when everyone thought they had cornered him. You are the ones who can't escape. Wu Zhong Tianju. A 7-colored light illuminated the surroundings. The young people were suppressed and unable to move. A giant hand descended from the sky. This was the How family's divine power, Shangyin. In the main hall, a violent explosion occurred, with smoke and dust filling the air. Only a pile of people remained lying on the ground. The elders could only grit their teeth in anger, but they couldn't say anything. How Chang'e's father smiled with great satisfaction. It seems that Chang'e's strength has greatly improved. I have already shown mercy. Do any of the elders have anything to say? With Chang'e's strength, there is no objection from us regarding him taking the position of future family head. After all, the young master is the face of our How family. Now, all the Taoist sects have their inheritors. If the How family's young master doesn't have a legitimate title, won't it make the Chongqing How family a laughingstock? Right now, there is no one more suitable than Chang'e. Let's just settle it like this. This old man never said such a thing before. But, forget it, Lin Tian now controls the How family, which is at its peak, and the future title of family head can be temporarily set aside. I will enter seclusion. What happens next with the How family, you can discuss amongst yourselves. At this moment, an elder received news from outside and whispered to another, is it really like this? Are you planning to bring them over? This matter doesn't require the elders to worry about. Back then, Chang'e was young and ignorant, and I will personally take responsibility for these grudges. When he said this, his expression was a little pained. Is this true? Don't lie to us. How Chang'e had already calculated everything in his mind and knew what he should do. All right. Realizing one's mistakes and being willing to correct them is a good thing. Of course, we believe in Chang'e. Elders, the position of future family head for the Hao family has been decided, right? It has been decided. Chang'e's strength is extraordinary, and he has the ability to unite the family, caring for his kin. Of course, we have no objections. Indeed, everyone, bow to the young master. Congratulations, Chang'e. Young master. The young master will definitely make our Hao family even more glorious. Chang'e will not disappoint this mission. Hao Lindian walked over. Well done. But there's one thing I want to ask you. After everyone left, Hao Lindian continued. Chang'e, was the decision you made today well thought out? Yes, father. You must have already guessed my intentions regarding the 13th family. Father also feels guilty towards the 13th family because of what happened back then, right? Bringing them back, aside from comforting them to ensure my smooth succession as family head, is also a way to make up for it a little. This is a good idea. But the one receiving them will be me. This responsibility doesn't need to be shouldered by you alone. Even if 13th uncle questions me in the future and I lose some face, I won't let them do anything to you. But I must say, your state of mind is much more stable than before. Is my father asking about my inner demon? Regarding this matter, I wonder if you've ever heard of demonic nature. How Chang'e released his own inner demon and formed a barrier. This is the demonic nature, born from the inner demon. Yes, father. According to my cultivation, I can now gradually control it. So before, your nature was guided by the inner demon, right? Yes, but now the demonic nature no longer has much effect on me. On the contrary, its existence has tempered my primordial spirit and willpower. These years, indeed, have made you suffer. If you are no longer guided by the inner demon, then the burden in my heart can also be set aside. Forget it. Be more careful in the future. Please follow your father's guidance. In the past, how many evil deeds did I commit, such that even my biological father could not trust me? But with the existence of the inner demon, all the past disasters can be blamed on it. As for the future, that depends on my consciousness. I've just crossed over, but the so-called inner demon does indeed have the power of mental manipulation. System, when did I cross over to this place? Then will the root cause of my inner demon's troubles still exist in the future? The root cause of the host's inner demon was already resolved when the system was activated. System, actually, not answering is also a form of answer. But if that's the case, I can be at ease. As long as the future life is completely in my hands, that's all that matters. The matter of the future head of the Hao family has passed for some time now, but there are still other things to deal with. Lamp Princess. Young master. There's something I need your help with. But before that, I'll help you reshape your body first. Reshape my body? Back then, when I taught Yichen a lesson, it was just out of a momentary impulse, wanting to repay a kindness. I didn't expect the separation of yin and yang. Can it still be realized now? What? You unwilling? No. It's not that. It's just that the Lamp Princess has never done anything for the young master. I just don't understand why the young master is so kind to me. Don't worry, I have my own reasons for doing this. Don't overthink it. Take it. Immediately, a series of characters appeared beneath the Lamp Princess's feet. Hao Chang'e continued to take out other spiritual herbs. He softly chanted. And they immediately connected together. The Lamp Princess felt within her body. A heart had appeared. After a period of time, she happily discovered that her body had fully recovered. It seems the effect is good. Thank you for your great kindness, young master. Whatever the young master requires, the Lamp Princess swears to do without hesitation. The outer realm, a land of immortal energy. Help me check if there's anything special inside. If anything happens, contact me at any time. This is the domain-breaking talisman. In case of encountering a strong enemy, it can be used as a shield. Don't hesitate. Your safety is my top priority. Young master, I understand. Please rest assured, I will do my best. Purple Extreme Pill Sect. The young master of the Chongqing family has arrived. As expected of the great sect of Pill Dao that the young master mentioned, even from afar, the scent of medicinal pills can be smelled. Upon approaching the gate, I didn't expect the words on it to contain such a strong pill essence. Although the Purple Extreme Pill Sect is not like the Chongqing family, an eternal sect, they still have quite a bit of pill cultivation resources. With your aptitude cultivating here, your future achievements will have no limits. The Great Pill Dao sect once had a prestigious reputation, but after an accident, it gradually declined. If it weren't for those old elders, they would have probably been expelled from all sects by now, by sending them a highly talented disciple like Su-Han, it counts as an investment. When they begin to value Su-Han, they will naturally be grateful for my great kindness. And from now on, I only need to relax and wait for Lin Su-Han to bring back good luck, and when I'm free, I'll add points to bully others. Living a completely villainous life, it really is dull and boring. The young master of Chongqing has personally come to my sect, and I truly did not come out to greet you. I hope the young master will forgive me. Elder Manhwa, there's no need to be so polite. The young master of Chongqing's visit today is indeed for some small matter. The matter the young master of Chongqing mentioned. Is it related to the young lady beside you? Su-Han was brought here from the boundary realm. When I saw Su-Han's considerable talent in Pill Dao, I thought that the Purple Extreme Pill Sect was indeed lacking in manpower, so I brought her here. The young master of Chongqing has good intentions. How about entrusting this young lady to me? Little girl, if you can take me as your master, I will naturally accept you. Young master, I think there's no need to decide so quickly. After all, there are many elders in the Purple Extreme Pill Sect to choose from. Is that so, Elder Manhwa? Hearing him say this, I could only smile, with no other choice. I heard that the young master of Chongqing brought a good seed. The young master has good intentions, and the Purple Extreme Pill Sect is very grateful. These old fellows, their alchemy skills haven't improved much, and when they have nothing to do, they love to gossip. The innate pill intent is not limited to just one. What should we do? Truly a superior seed. These old fellows' eyes are all glowing. This little girl, could she be the one transformed from the ancient divine pill? Such talent is indeed rare in a century. If we have this little girl, our divine sect conference will surely sweep the world. I raised my eyebrows, feeling pleased with myself. Young master of Chongqing, leave her to me. In less than 20 years, I will surely cultivate her into a Pill Dao master with a far-reaching reputation. Nonsense. I only need 18 years. If she becomes my disciple, she can choose any pill fire, and no one in the world can compare to my control over flames. You old fellows, stop fighting me. Leave her to me, and I can make her successful in just 16 years. I only need 14 years. I only need 12 years. Lin Su-Han hesitated, not knowing how to choose. Chongqing gently patted her hand, signaling her not to rush. A loud voice came, why not leave her to me? Within 10 years, I can make her proficient in Pill Dao and become the master of the Purple Extreme Pill Sect. It was Sect Master Zining who had arrived. The elders quickly bowed upon seeing the Sect Master arrive. The young master of Chongqing has good intentions, bringing such a talented young lady to our sect, which truly solves one of our sect's current worries. Senior. You flatter me. I'm just borrowing flowers to present the Buddha. This is the Purple Extreme Token, the token of the Purple Extreme Pill Sect. It allows you to freely call upon any of our pill alchemists to serve the young master of Chongqing. Even the elder-level pill alchemists can be instructed to take action once. Sect Master, this might not be quite appropriate. One must be grateful when receiving kindness. Consider this token as a gift for fun. Then, I'll respectfully follow your command. Su-Han, from now on, this Sect Master of the Purple Extreme Pill Sect will be your master. Go ahead and cultivate well. Greet the Sect Master. Chongqing reached out and gently patted Lin Su-Han's head. If I find out you're being lazy, I'll punish you. Lin Su-Han blushed like fire. Young master, don't worry, Su-Han will not disappoint your expectations. These people from the Purple Extreme Pill Sect. They nominally entered the Purple Extreme Pill Sect, but it always feels a bit strange. What's wrong? Didn't you always long to return to the upper realm? Now that you're here, why are you silent? Su Qing knew it would be hard to bring any joy to the young master. After returning to the upper realm, there would be fewer chances to see the young master. Now even Lin Suhan has been properly arranged by the young master. And does the young master no longer need me? If I didn't need you, I would have thrown you back to the lower realm long ago. You're usually quite clever, but why are you so confused when it comes to this matter? From this, it seems like you have nothing to say to me anymore? Su Qing, actually, there's one more thing I haven't told the young master. Actually, Su Qing was different from other children when she was born. Not only was she precocious, but there was also another version of herself existing in my sea of consciousness. Are you talking about having two souls in one body? That's one way to explain it. No wonder Su Qing's luck has been quietly increasing, and even my own luck has increased quite a bit. It seems my guess was correct. From what I see, not only do you have another soul, but you also carry the wisdom of a past life, right? In that case, the memories of the other soul and your original soul should be symbiotic. Some memories are obscured by mist, so they are slowly fading away. After coming to the upper realm, this feeling has become even stronger. So foolish. You didn't believe that person named Changxing Hao, and now you've ended up telling him our secret. Damaged memories? The powerful beings in the upper realm might face severe damage. You cannot reincarnate as a lower realm being and become the protagonist, the luck child. Your origins are not simple. Young master, I often dreaming of a place, the ancient battlefield where I was born. It seems like some symbolic creature, touched and worshipped by many unfamiliar beings. In the dream, my appearance was fierce, cruel, and cold, like a great demon lord, destroying everything. It's fine. Although you can't understand for now, I've already gotten a rough idea about that soul of yours. A symbiotic soul has intelligence and sensitivity that others cannot match. If it can truly merge, you will benefit greatly. Perhaps it will help you step into a new world. As for that demon lord, if the news of my heart demon is exposed later, won't you protect me? For now, for safety's sake, the origin of your soul. After we go back, I will ask my mother about the situation in the primordial divine sect. If she knows, she will definitely help you. After all, the predecessor of the primordial divine sect was the primordial demon sect. The fact that I became the heir to the demon art has something to do with them. Looks like I need to make time to visit my mother. 3 days later, at Changxing Hao's manor. Since last time, when I exhausted my demonic energy after obtaining the 8 Desolations demon spear, I tried refining again, and to my surprise, it took me 3 whole days. This is an effective way to control someone. Looks like I'll have to refine a few more in the future. It's already been a while since I returned to the upper realm, and many things have nearly been arranged. I still don't know where that fiancée, the daughter of fate, is now. Young master, the emperor of the matchless immortal dynasty has come with the 4th princess. The master instructed that we meet them at the main hall tomorrow. As soon as it's mentioned, they've arrived. In the future, even mosquitoes will fly over when offerings are made after death. The family's great hall. Brother you, eldest brother. It's been so long since we last met, Ming Kong already has the aura of an emperor. You flatter me, eldest brother, uncle. In my past life, my father was always strict with me, but uncle treated me like his own child. Unfortunately, uncle always felt guilty about Longxing Hao eventually harboring a heart demon in his heart. He was backlashed on the verge of a breakthrough, his cultivation lost, leaving only some residual aura. And fell ill because of this, and couldn't be cured by any medicine. Longxing Hao, how many people have you harmed? The young master has arrived. Father, uncle, Ming Kong. Longxing Hao, you're just in time. Uncle and I were discussing something. You and Ming Kong are both young. Why don't you take Ming Kong out? Didn't Ming Kong always want to be with Longxing Hao when he came here? Why are you not so enthusiastic today? Ming Kong, let's go for a walk. These 2 kids. In the blink of an eye, they've grown so big. What are you looking at? Is there something on my face? Look at those 8,000 points. I just had a look earlier, and I thought you were here to call off the engagement. Has this person sensed something? Longxing Hao, why would you think this? If you wanted to break off the engagement, just say it. After all, you've always disliked me. Just asking casually, Ming Kong, there's no need to take it seriously. Asking casually? Do you think I'm the same Ming Kong who could be easily deceived before? I thought you wanted to break off the engagement because you hated me. Wouldn't that be easier for you? I wanted to keep my previous appearance, getting closer to you bit by bit. Gaining your trust, reducing your vigilance, and gradually swallowing you. Ming Kong, I've noticed you've changed quite a lot recently. Ming Kong, Longxing Hao, what are you talking about? What has changed about me? You've changed. You weren't so gentle with me before. What's going on with you recently? It's true that I was too harsh on you before, but I won't do that anymore. How could he say such a thing? For someone like me with a rebirth identity, he couldn't possibly know. Has his personality changed? No, it's impossible. You Ming Kong, the demon, can't become a sage. Don't be fooled by the lies he told you. Don't forget what your mission is after your rebirth. Is he testing me? Ming Kong, what's wrong? Are you feeling unwell? I really didn't lie to you, did I? I'm so happy. I've known all along that I would make you waver sooner or later. Silly girl, how could I lie to you? Although I don't know what you're hiding, your acting is almost as good as Lin Tian's. The system hasn't reacted yet, so what exactly is going on? Chang'e, why are you suddenly being so kind to me? Chang'e, why do you ask? You're going to be my wife in the future. Isn't it natural for me to treat you well? Future wife? In the last life, when you stabbed me with your sword, did you ever think I'd be your wife? What's wrong? You look a bit off. It's nothing. I'm sorry, I suddenly don't feel well. Excuse me. The moment you left, your expression changed. After coming into contact with the daughter of fate, you Ming Kong, the woman who has been reborn, love like dust, hate like marrow. Mission details: 1. Subdue the daughter of fate, reward 5,000 luck points, 25,000 destiny points. Other rewards, to be settled later. 2. Kill the daughter of fate, reward 5,000 luck points, 5,000 destiny points. Other rewards, to be settled later. Whether it's the relationship between the Gu family and the matchless heavenly dynasty, or the relationship between me and Yu Ming Kong, she, as herself, is still the most valuable. The second mission is not optional. I choose the first mission. The system starts playing Yu Ming Kong's memory clips for Gu Chang'e to watch. So it's a rebirth. No wonder Yu Ming Kong was so shocked when she heard my confession earlier. Being killed by her husband on her wedding day, such hatred, no one could resolve it. Based on what Yu Ming Kong went through, it's clear that during that time, my mentality must have been influenced by the demon nature. Back then, I hadn't awakened the system or my past life's memories. Although it's certain that she loved me deeply in her previous life, she must also know most things about me, and she may have already noticed that I carry the demon nature. Now, gaining her trust will likely be much more difficult. Today, she found that I'm different from my past life, and she must be guessing whether we were both reborn together. If I try to cleanse myself now, it'll probably only make things more complicated. If I want her to let go of her hatred, I'll have to approach it differently. Next, it will be the game between husband and wife. Brother you must get drunk today. Haha, alright. Ming Kong, what's wrong? Did that kid Chang'e bully you again? Uncle, you're overthinking. Chang'e didn't bully me. I was just thinking about the past, and it made me feel a bit down. Humph. I see this brat is getting more and more outrageous. You're still defending him? After marriage, won't he just keep bullying you? 1883, father must be joking. Ming Kong is my future wife, I love her so much, how could I possibly bully her? Ming Kong, do you feel better now? I saw that you didn't look right earlier, and you even cried. Are you pretending to be a loving couple now, hiding everything from the elders? I'm fine, Chongqing Hao doesn't need to worry. That's good. The night is still long, how about having a few drinks with me? Fate. Do they look down on us? How dare they make us eat dog food? Brother you, I suddenly feel a little dizzy, I'm getting older, and my tolerance for alcohol isn't what it used to be. Let's go, we'll rest now, the rest of you can keep on feeding us dog food. You Ming Kong? You Ming Kong? Why can't you stay calm when facing Changxing every time? Just as she was about to leave, she was suddenly struck by Changxing's palm. Unconsciously, she used her hand to block this top-tier Feng Ho level palm technique. Looks like she has been hiding quite a lot from my fiancé. Changxing seized the opportunity to grab Yu Mingkong's hand and pulled her into his embrace. Changxing, what are you doing? Let go of me. Mingkong, up to now, haven't you prepared to clarify things with your fiancé? If you've already figured it out, then there's no need for me to pretend anymore. That's right, my previous behavior was all to please you, deliberately pretending, but I realized you've made yourself so uncomfortable. It's useless to try to move the heart of someone with a heart of stone, it's better to use the energy to improve oneself. After all, one's own strength is the most fundamental when facing the outside world, isn't it? This is something you once said to me. That's right, have you learned to adapt to the situation? Do you know I won't be easily moved by others? I didn't expect you to be such a person inside. But Mingkong, you've deceived me so deeply all these years, it really hurts me. Changxing, don't try to deceive me with those words. How's your character, don't you know? Oh, what character do I have? If you don't stop, don't blame me for being rude. Oh, not rude? Damn it. Yu Mingkong used her hand like a knife to strike at Changxing, but he immediately caught her hand and pressed her against the pillar. What do you want to do? The night is still long, speak up, madam. That night, neither of them gave in, and they fought until their heads were bloodied. The next day, Changxing woke up. Yu Mingkong's figure was no longer in sight. She left, but she even took the bedding with her. What a self-deceiving and deceiving person. But speaking of it, Yu Mingkong, because of the betrayal and hatred from her past life, could even willingly abandon herself. Such a rational method if Changxing doesn't interfere and allows her to take revenge, I really don't know where it would end. A character like this, if it weren't for her past life's grievances, I'd really want to treat her with a calm heart. The killing intent of the daughter of fate, Yu Mingkong, fluctuates, luck points increased by 500, destiny points increased by 2000. It seems the situation is just as I thought, Yu Mingkong must be doubting why I'm different now from my past life. She might even think my change is influenced by her rebirth. Women, whether rational or emotional, mostly believe in their sixth sense. I only need to let her discover a tiny clue, and of course, she'll be able to guess a lot of things. This habitual reasoning, Yu Mingkong, is no exception. As Brother Lu said, a small grievance has been temporarily resolved. It is also time to start preparing for the matters regarding the Heavenly Tao and the Heavenly Palace. Huaner, what do you think of the young master Changxing? Although people outside say the young master has a cold and distant personality, difficult to approach, Huaner thinks the young master has a gentle nature, is sincere in his dealings, and treats others very kindly. Gentle? Ridiculous. Since coming to the Gu family this time, too many unexpected things have happened. I don't know why, but in front of him, I always feel like I can't gain any advantage. Gu Changxing, even though I have lived 2 lives, I still can't see through you. No matter what, I will never let you have it easy. The harm you've caused me, I will take back bit by bit. Immortal soil aura? How does the young master know about this place? I didn't expect such a mysterious village to exist, and there's a peach tree. Didn't it disappear several eras ago? This situation must be reported to the young master immediately. She ran away. I didn't expect her to have the aura of a great sage-level breaking void cultivator. But she doesn't have the aura of the Gu family, so she probably didn't come for the matter of Xiener. Who is she then? It seems the peaceful days of this peach tree are finally going to be disrupted. In the boundless heaven's inner domain, the immortal clan's ancient forbidden techniques, passed down to the fated ones. Over 80,000 years of quasi-saint medicine, auctioned off to those who were destined. So many precious items, although I've never seen them, I guess no one dares to sell fakes, right? But I still need to carefully check the spiritual stones on me. The more I think about it, the angrier I get. If it weren't for Gu Changxing, how could I have ended up in such a situation, unable to even afford the things by the roadside? Divine bones, immortal aptitude, naturally gifted with extraordinary traits. Truly a rare girl in this world. I am Jean Wu, not sure how to address this young lady. I just saw you take an interest in some things, and by chance, There's no need for the young master to trouble himself. I don't like unnecessary greetings. If not a thief, then deceitful, that's what my third master taught me. Young girl, do you know who I am? I couldn't care less who you are. Don't block my way. Wine offered but not drunk, now you want to drink the punishment wine. What do you want? He didn't have a chance to answer when a dragon suddenly flew down from the sky. The young master has returned, the direct disciple of the heavenly Tao and the heavenly palace, the young master of the Gu family, Chongqing Hao. Gu Chongqing, Yan Ji just reported to me about the situation in the Peach Village, and coincidentally met you at this time. Although, just as I guessed, there is someone behind you who defies the heavens, but now it seems you've encountered some trouble. Gu Chongqing. This is really boring. Where are you? Grab this damn girl for me. Before the two subordinates could make a move, they were sent flying. What do you mean? Long time no see, looks like you're doing well. Where? Brother Gu, long time no see. So you never intended to speak to me. Not bad, you've grown so tall, and your appearance has become so beautiful. Though, you're still a bit plain. Gu Chongqing, what do you mean by this? Gu Chongqing didn't answer, and gave him a slap with a wave of his hand. What are you even? I'm talking to her, who gave you the right to interrupt? Little sister? Could it be Gu? Shoo. The matters of the Gu family are not something we can guess. Shut up, Gu Chongqing. If you really had a sister like me in your heart, how could you have done such a thing back then? Nearly 10,000 points of fortune, even higher than you Ming Kong. After such a long time, I didn't expect you to have such an attitude. As your brother, this really makes me a bit sad. If you came here just to tell me that you have fully mastered all of my movements, then I think it's unnecessary. The difference in strength between us is too great. I'm not planning to make a move for now. Hearing you say that, Gu Chongqing glanced at her. Very good, at least you understand yourself. You. Gu Chongqing, after all, we're both direct disciples, don't go too far. Are you insulting me, as if you're disregarding my family as well? Do you deserve to? My sister, only I can bully her. If you dare to touch her, then die to atone for your sins. Gu Chongqing, do you dare? Before he could finish, Gu Chongqing flicked his head and sent him flying. Two guards were caught by Gu Chongqing's azure dragon. Two hands, two brothers, crushed. Gu Chongqing's actions greatly surprised Gu Linger. Young master, is it really alright to let him escape like this? He is still useful. If you truly wanted to kill him, why would you care about the timing? As an inner disciple of the Dao Tian Immortal Palace, Jin Wu was severely injured by a flick from Gu Chongqing and had to use his personal artifact to escape with his soul. If the aura from earlier is correct, has Gu's inner disciple already broken through to the Wind King realm? How old is he? If I'm not mistaken, the entire upper realm has never heard of a young supreme breaking through to the Wind King realm. That's right, now Gu's inner disciple is the only young supreme who has broken through to the Wind King realm. But don't forget, Jin Wu has an older brother who is also very strong. I heard he has been in seclusion recently. Their family has always been very protective of their own. If that person comes out of seclusion and finds out about this, Gu Chongqing, don't think that I will thank you for this. No, I don't need your thanks. I just want others to know. My sister, only I can bully her. No one else is allowed. Gu Chongqing, stop pretending. I don't need your protection. What exactly are your intentions? Perhaps it's because of guilt in your heart, wanting to make up for something? Of course, it's also possible that you just want to see what it's like when you hate me, but can't kill me. One day, I will repay all the pain I once endured to you, one by one. Alright. Then let it be. You need to practice harder. Rub. It's the enforcement team of the Dao Tian Immortal Palace. Gu's inner disciple, you must know the rules of the Immortal Palace, right? Please don't make things difficult for us regarding today's matter. It's fine. I just returned here, I should indeed go pay respects to the elders. Could it be that the person who came here today was just to tease me? But if that was the reason, then offending another inner disciple would be too great a price to pay, wouldn't it? Compared to before, although Gu Chongqing's behavior is somewhat strange, his coldness and ruthlessness have remained unchanged. When he made his move earlier, His gaze never wavered, as if crushing a few ants was that simple. So, no matter what, I will have to be more cautious in the Dao Tian Immortal Palace from now on. Dao Tian Immortal Palace. Brother, you must avenge me. Gu Chongqing, you are too much. If it weren't for the artifact left by the elders of the clan, I fear that I would have already been separated from you by the realms of life and death. I already know about the situation outside. When you think about it, didn't you bring this upon yourself? But as for the honor and disgrace of the family, I will seek justice for you. After all, our Jinjia clan is not so easily bullied. However, my ancient heaven skill is standing at the threshold of a breakthrough. Currently, I am still no match for him. My younger brother must endure for a while longer. When I make my breakthrough, Gu Chongqing will become the stepping stone for me to reach the Supreme Peak. Supreme Peak. Welcome, Master. Rise. Since I have been away, has anything significant happened? Reporting to the Master, in the past 6 months, aside from a few disciples and elders sending people to inquire about your whereabouts, there have been no major events at Supreme Peak. Some time ago, the Crown Prince of the Immortal Dynasty, the Chu heir, seemingly obtained some kind of opportunity, and after passing through the Xian sect, his cultivation broke through to the peak of the Wind Marquis realm, secretly becoming the leader of the other disciples. In addition, the disciple from the Nine-Tailed Fox clan, Ruan, has informed us that if the Master returns, she will come to visit again. Water, is it? Consuming 8,000 fate points. Raising cultivation to the mid-stage of the Wind King realm. As for the outside world, it only requires hiding. According to my father's plan, the first step is for the Gu family to swallow the Dao Tian Immortal Palace, so that I can become the designated disciple of the Immortal Palace. Among these disciples, including Chu Wunyan, in fact, their cultivation is all beneath mine, so they are not a concern. But wanting to scheme against the Dao Tian Immortal Palace, even if I become a disciple, many elders will try to find ways to deal with me. Especially the Grand Elder, he is one of the most intimidating figures in the upper realm. Master of the Flowing Water Palace, the Grand Elder is stubborn and self-righteous. I carry a heart demon, and it seems he has sensed it. The power that has supported the Dao Tian Immortal Palace for 1,000 years is definitely not something to be taken lightly. Since returning to the upper realm, I've had the constant feeling that the demonic power within me is on the verge of erupting. Is it because I devoured Lin Tian's essence and that of the Quasi-Supreme, and it's been suppressed for so long? Devouring the heavenly demon skill, devouring the essence of all kings, accepting the myriad realms. Today, I want to see what level my demonic body has reached. Gu Chongqing released 4 array flags. Forming a formation. Isolating the outside world. The demonic body within me suddenly had its shackles released. Becoming incredibly violent. Mid-stage of the Wind King realm, late stage of the Wind King realm. Peak of the Wind King realm. Early stage of the Wind Void God realm. Mid-stage of the Void God realm. Peak of the Void God realm. Early stage of the True God realm. Mid-stage of the True God realm. Peak of the True God realm. Half step to the Celestial God realm. So, this is the final trump card. Half step to the Celestial God realm. With such an astonishing cultivation speed, it's enough to make me an enemy to the world. Using all living beings as raw materials for cultivation, devouring to enhance oneself. This method is indeed more addictive than the system's points. What does it matter if I'm an enemy to the world? What path of a villain? I'd rather become the final boss. Reporting to the Gu heir. The disciple Ruan has come to pay respects, and the demonic power immediately dissipates. Let her come in. Gu Ruanmi, from the Love Fox clan. Master. Looking at her now, it's hard to imagine that she once tried to harm me for the position of disciple. But since I implanted the heart demon Gu, she has become much more obedient. Being touched on the tail made Yan Ni's face turn red. Checking the time, the heart demon Gu is due to act up once a year, and it's almost time. This is your antidote, thank you, Master. How's the collection going? Reporting to the Master. In the past 6 months, Ruanmi has collected quite a few unique bloodline physiques. They are now stored in the treasury. In addition, there are many ancient powerful artifacts, their essences stolen by people from various clans, but they remain intact, and are being kept safe for the Master. Well done. Recently, I heard there's a young girl in her teens, wearing blue, with exceptional talent, and deeply favored by the elders. If nothing unexpected happens, another disciple will soon emerge in the Immortal Palace. Xianer, huh? It seems the path to the mountain has been quite smooth. At this moment, at the Grand Elder's residence. Grand Elder, what are you planning to say? Of course, I'm planning to bait someone. Are you here to defeat your brother and take back what belongs to you? I already have a new form, I won't take anything. But I will definitely take back the suffering and injustice I've endured over the years. Ha ha ha, to have such spirit at such a young age, no wonder you're the disciple of the old monster. Look at them. That Guchunga's demonic nature is too deep, he still wants to use his Dao bone to hide his demonic nature. Humph, when he first entered the sect, I could already tell. The disciple of the Tian Dao Immortal Palace can never be entrusted to someone of improper alignment. Xianer, I know your purpose for coming here. If you want me to accept you as a disciple, you must prove to me that you can surpass your brother. So, how should I prove it? The Dao Tian Road. Can you surpass Guchunga from the very beginning? Is that possible? Is that the Dao Tian Road? You must understand that Guchunga was a very strong little companion cultivator back then, creating the first record in 100,000 years. That's why the Dao Tian Immortal Palace has held this record for 100,000 years. I can definitely do it. The Grand Elder glanced at her. You. Looks like the fish has taken the bait. A dragon appeared in front of the two. Immortal Dynasty, Great Chu Wunyan. The dragon transformed into a young man, Chu Wunyan. Greetings, Grand Elder. This is my junior sister. There have been rumors spreading recently that she indeed possesses a divine bone, extraordinary talent, and outstanding abilities. Greetings, senior brother Chu. Just in time, Xianer needs the Dao Tian Road. You take her there. Dao Tian Road, I've heard that this new junior sister seems to have a grudge against Guchunga. I heard she holds some evidence that could ruin the Gu family's reputation. Immortal Dynasty, Great Chu, I've had long-standing grievances with the Gu family. Although she is eager to try the Dao Tian Road and doesn't mention it, if the rumors are true, then the enemy of my enemy is my friend. This is something we can use for now. As expected, junior sister has a strong will, but the Dao Tian Road is fraught with danger. If she persists forcefully, she could suffer unimaginable harm, even damage to her Dao heart, which could result in a stagnation of her cultivation. I have my own plans for this matter, there's no need for senior brother Chu to worry. In that case, please follow me, junior sister. Look. That's senior brother Chu and the young girl in blue. They are heading towards the Dao Tian Road. Junior sister, actually, I know a little about your situation. Guchunga's actions are indeed cruel and ruthless, completely disregarding sibling bonds, something even beasts would not do. So, I will focus on leading the way. If you have grievances with Guchunga, you can resolve them directly. If it's something to do with the Gu family, then you don't need to trouble yourself with it. Logically speaking, Gu Xianer should hate Guchunga. Why is it that when his name is mentioned, you have this attitude? Look, that girl in blue who recently ascended the mountain to challenge the Dao Tian Road, she's also from the Gu family. Years ago, Gu Zhen was about to break the Dao Tian Road. A record that has lasted nearly 100,000 years, and up until now, no one has been able to surpass him. This young girl doesn't even know her own limits. The pressure of the Dao Tian Road is immense, junior sister. If you can't hold up, then don't force yourself. It's only been a few days, and now there are already suitors. How about letting senior brother be your examiner? What do you think? Oh, so this junior sister is the one recently accepted by the Grand Elder. Truly a prodigy, beautiful and a disciple of both Gu Zhen and Yan Zhen. Guchunga, what are you doing here? You still haven't answered my question. It's the Grand Elder who assigned my senior brother, Sua Wunyan, to take you to the Dao Tian Road. He's not here to pursue you. I see. What a pity. I wanted to check you over. If it weren't for that, who would care about you? Where would a cat be interested in you? Guchunga, stop being so ambiguous. Today, junior sister is here on the Grand Elder's orders to go to the Dao Tian Road. Do you intend to stop her? Don't use the Grand Elder to threaten me. A junior. Do you think he will get involved in these small matters? Besides, I'm talking to junior sister right now. does it concern you to interrupt? Do you want to fight? Guchanga, don't push it too far. You, Guchanga, are clearly here to show off. Although Sua Wujia's strength is stronger than ours, I'm afraid Guchanga is still even stronger. The inherited disciple Tian Yang's Hongshan, for Sua Wujia, losing is nothing, he can always try again. But if he backs out now, his Dao heart will be damaged. And he will have no chance in the future. So, today, he must fight. I'll see about that. What gives you the ability to insult me? Sua Wunyan struck out with a palm, turning it into a dragon form. But it only hit the illusion of Guchanga. The palm force was incredibly domineering, and the onlookers only wondered how they would dodge it. Is this your confidence in attacking me? Guchanga struck with a single finger, hitting Sua Wunyan's palm. His armor couldn't withstand it and shattered immediately. That was a famous immortal technique of the Immortal Dynasty. Under the power of a top-tier Wind Marquis realm, it was so easily destroyed. Mid-stage of the Wind King realm, no wonder the heir of Dao and immortal bones. Such power makes it impossible for anyone to have the will to resist. Gu Xianer was also extremely shocked. Has Guchanga become this strong? What if it's the mid-stage of the Wind King realm? Transforming into a dragon, the true dragon body manifested. Chu Wunyan transformed into a tornado and charged towards Guchanga again. Today, I will defeat you here and prove my Dao heart. Guchanga looked at him like he was a fool. He showed an evil smile as he saw Guchanga standing still. Gu Xianer was worried and was about to speak, but then Guchanga slapped Chu Wunyan with his hand. It was indeed a slap, and just like that, Chu Wunyan was knocked face down to the ground. With just one slap, Guchanga broke through Chu Wunyan's true dragon transformation, and the onlookers didn't know what to say. It seemed impossible for them to compete for the position of the Celestial Palace's heir. Otherwise, the result would be just like Chu Wunyan's, losing more than they gained. So noisy, it's completely lacking in form. If they were scared like this, how could they bear the responsibility? Why doesn't the master just kill him directly? After all, Chu Wunyan is also the prince of the great Chu dynasty. Killing him in front of everyone would be problematic. Taking action against Chu Wunyan today, apart from intimidating him, was also to let the elders of the Celestial Palace know that as long as Guchanga is here, no one has the right to compete with him for the position of heir. Guchanga glanced at Gu Xianer, ignored her and stepped on Chu Wunyan's head. Xianer, your brother is stepping in to teach him a lesson, will you be moved? My matters are none of your business. Hey! Look at the master. I've already forgotten what senior brother once said. You came to the Dao Tian Road, probably as a condition for the Grand Elder accepting you as a disciple, right? You're supposed to break your brother's record, aren't you? This Chu Wunyan also did a good job calculating. On the way, he secretly spread news of challenging the Dao Tian Road, letting the disciples rush over, planning to use this opportunity to humiliate you. His scheming is really deep. Do you think he should be punished? Gu Xianer didn't know what to say. Remember, my sister can only be bullied by me, no one else is allowed. Logically speaking, after being rejected by Gu Xianer, Chu Wunyan would harbor resentment and plan to make a move on the Dao Tian Road, causing everyone to mock him. But the result was that Gu Xianer was too forceful, slapping them in the face, which in turn provoked this brother to take the opportunity to challenge him. But how could he not interfere? Now, Gu Xianer's little head should be dizzy from all this. Don't you want to challenge the Dao Tian Road? I'm looking forward to seeing how you perform. I believe achieving the same result as me isn't a difficult task for you. Do you think I can break your record? Silly little sister, you've seen the results of the effort I've put in these past few years. If even I don't believe in you, who else would? It shouldn't be like this. You, Gu Xianer, want to compare with me? Stop dreaming. Has he known everything about me these past few years? He knows where I'm hiding, why hasn't he wiped me out in one fell swoop? Does he have some unspeakable reason for that incident? No, that's not it. Such inhuman behavior can't be explained away by unspeakable reasons. What are you standing there dazed for? Everyone's waiting for you to challenge the Dao Tian Road. I won't lose to you. It begins. The people below cheered and encouraged. With every step she took, an invisible chain wrapped around Gu Xianer. Are the people of the Gu family really that terrifying? She's already taken 10 steps and hasn't encountered any obstacles. 13, 14, 15. Back then, Chu Wunyan only made it to the 14th step. She's still going, and she's actually moving forward. 16. The 18th step is the record set by Gu Zhenchuan back in the day. I see now. The great Dao Tianyi of the Dao Tian Road shares the same origin as the Dao Nation. The reason he thought I could easily break his record is because he had already guessed this. His body contains my Dao bone, and that record from back then was never a limit for him. Even if I break it now, what will it prove? It no longer needs to be proven. Have you discovered the conspiracy inside? She still has energy left, so why did she stop? What is she thinking? She's just one step away from breaking Gu Zhenchuan's record and becoming famous worldwide. Why did she stop? I think you can still take a few more steps, don't mind me. I don't want to mind, but you've disappointed me so severely. I had high hopes, and now it's come to this. Who cares about your record? Hey, Gu Chang'e, don't think you can bully me forever. One day, I'll defeat you openly and properly, and trample you underfoot. Then just wait and see. Shanqing Heaven, the ancient immortal clan, the Yi family. Yi Liuli sat alone, admiring the dusk. Hee, miss, it's been months now. Are you still feeling guilty about Yi Chen's matter? Di Shui, what are you talking about? Yi Chen is just an insignificant person with ill intentions. Why should I feel guilty about him? It's just that since I came back from the lower realm, it feels like I've lost something, yet gained something too. Just then, the Yi family's heir, the successor of the ancient immortal clan, Yi Langtian, Yi Liuli's older brother, walked over. Little sister, why are you in a daze? Eldest young master, have you heard any news about Gu Chang'e recently? The young master of the Gu family, Gu Chongqing? Why do you insist on mentioning Gu Chang'e? I heard that he went down to the lower realm recently to look for something and happened to encounter. Why can't I stop thinking about him now? Did that brat bully you? What are you saying? Anyway, he's just someone who's a reincarnation of the ancient emperor. You're called a young person with dual supremacy, and I'm just curious. I heard that a few days ago, he demonstrated his strength to the prince of the heavenly dynasty of Dajin and has already reached the Midwind King realm. Big brother. You'd better be on guard. Oh. Really? About Gu Chang'e, yes, I've also heard a lot. This person really is a great enemy. The world calls me the reincarnation of the ancient emperor, but I also have the qualifications to become a true immortal. The ancient will expanded the territory, took on the heavenly mandate, and established the supreme imperial power. But only true immortals can exist forever. The title of Ancient Emperor Reincarnation Immortal actually carries many meanings. Now that Gu Chang'e has broken through to the Midwind King realm, and I've just reached the Wind King realm, this gap is not small. Yi Langtian is here again. He still wants to challenge you. Today, the martial arts arena has gathered quite a few people. Who is Yi Langtian? A branch family member daring to repeatedly challenge me? Yi Langtian is actually the top-ranked youth in our family. Now, according to the 3 promises made by the family, one of them is for him to challenge me. He wants to reclaim the inheritance position I took from his father when I heavily wounded him back then. Didn't that matter get compensated already? I remember they accepted it at the time. That's right, but it seems that the brat recently gained some fortune, and his cultivation increased greatly. Now, he's still clinging to that condition, saying the main line looks down on the branch, causing conflicts in the family. He says nice things on the surface, but in reality, he's using this opportunity to show off his power. No matter what his purpose is, the family's promises must be fulfilled. The immortal dynasty, Immortal Song, has permanently established the heavenly immortal city. As time passes, it should be that the supreme heaven has already descended. After all, the universe has long existed in several manifestations, and this event will become the orthodox path, suppressing all the clans. The major sects should also establish true immortal libraries, selecting the most outstanding disciples from each major faction to become true immortals. Then, the immortal path of the heavenly immortal palace will also appear. My excellent husband had long made plans and has been a disciple of Dao Tian for a long time. It must be for this purpose. Back then, when the most important immortal spiritual treasure of the immortal path appeared, it stirred the major powerhouses, who all rushed to compete for it. But it vanished at a critical moment. Now it can be confirmed, it must have been Guchanga who made a move. My excellent husband, I know you have forbidden demonic powers, and your true strength is certainly not as simple as it seems on the surface. In the end, Immortaler was consumed by you. Her essence quietly disappearing. As a chess piece, being able to tear open the masks of the world, I will definitely protect it. If I'm not mistaken, this period should also be when the inheritor of the reincarnation ancient heavenly sovereign has appeared. He holds the ancient symbol of reincarnation power. And I must get it. I think it's Yi Lang, right? The residence of the Grand Elder. Guchanga, if you have something to say, just say it. There's no need for beating around the bush, between us. There's nothing special about the Three Kingdoms. Only thanks to the Grand Elder for teaching my sister. Immortaler's talent is very high, and she is a young supreme being. As an old man, I will naturally do my best to teach her. There's no need for you to come here, pretending to be a good person. It seems the Grand Elder has quite a high prejudice against me. As her brother, I'd be very happy to see Immortaler surpass me one day. It's not pretending to be a good person as you say. If you really have good intentions, why did you start by doing something that betrayed us? This involves the Gu family's secret. As for the grievances with Immortaler, I will make up for it. The Grand Elder should just do what he's supposed to do. The Grand Elder dropped the fishing rod in his hand. As for the grievances between you and Immortaler, I, the old man, won't meddle. Those useless words, do you have any other matters? If Immortaler has already taken the Grand Elder as her master. As her brother, of course, I need to come and see. The main reason is that I'm afraid the Grand Elder will be too harsh on Immortaler because of me. Guchanga, are you questioning my way of doing things? Guchanga, stop talking nonsense. My master is very good to me, it's not what you think. Immortaler, you're so naive, how could you understand the harshness of this world? Some of these old folks are truly cunning. Good, for the first time in many years, a junior dares to speak to me like this. Although I know you did it deliberately to anger me, I have to admit, you succeeded. If you truly feel this way, then I'll do as you say and teach Immortaler well, so she can easily suppress you in the future. What if you can't do it? If I can't do it, I'll give up the position of Grand Elder. Even if it means letting you become the heir of the Immortal Palace, I'm fine with it. Kid, I really want to see what tricks you'll play. Old man, I've been waiting for this sentence for a long time. This time, Brother Guchang angered the Great Elder. Could it be that he wants to deliberately teach me a lesson with this? However, the more the Great Elder tries to teach me, wouldn't that be more detrimental to him? Do you really want to make up for the debts of these years, or do you have other plans? The Daughter of Luck, Gu Xiener, with a fluctuation in killing intent, the luck value of the Qi Master increased by 800, and the destiny value increased by 400. If the Great Elder said this, then I can rest assured. In the blink of an eye. You don't have time, and the task is heavy, so Brother Guchang won't disturb you anymore. Such deep thoughts, it seems that reaching today was not without reason. In the future, he will certainly have a place at the pinnacle of the world. Master, are you okay? That junior Brother Guchang really infuriates me. You need to speed up your cultivation and beat him into a pig head as soon as possible. Pig head? Master, why does Brother Guchang use my Dao bone to cover up his demonic nature? Is there some hidden truth behind this? People who are born with demonic nature are either born with a demonic soul or half-formed demonic energy. Although Brother Guchang's actions are displeasing, they have never been detected by others. As for why he developed a demonic nature, it should be a secret he has painstakingly concealed, and I don't know the details either. Thank you, Master. I think I now know a little. The world knows that demonic nature has a profound and uncontrollable impact on humans. I'm afraid many of Brother Guchang's actions are influenced by it. If it weren't for the demonic nature, I would have accepted him as my disciple long ago. Recently, I've used some methods on Xiener. With her intelligence, she should be able to guess some clues and investigate the truth of what happened back then. The immortal path is about to open, I also need to make some preparations. The remaining destiny points can be exchanged for quite a few useful items, but the most important thing is still the seed of this world. After merging the seed, a parallel world will evolve. Combining it with my talent, perhaps an unexpected effect will occur in this world seed. It's as if I am the creator of this world. System, if I conduct a deduction here, will it consume destiny value? Destiny value has omnipotent properties. As long as there is enough, it can refine anything. It's just as I thought. Up. After a loud roar from Guchanga, the ground seemed to. Towers and pavilions rose from the ground, forming an extremely magnificent sight. The feeling of casually controlling everything really is intoxicating. It's ready now, everything is just waiting for a gust of wind. However, the timing of the reveal is probably only known by my reborn fiancé. If she wants revenge, she certainly can't miss this opportunity. The ancient Blackstone City. Look, that's the Divine Emperor. So beautiful. Riding the Divine Emperor as a mount. This identity should belong to some princess, right? Kid, don't be fooled by the woman's unsteady steps, don't forget the more important matter in front of you. There are some things in the Dao Tian Immortal Palace that you must acquire. A glance won't kill you. It's not far from Dao Tian, and it won't take much time. Such a beauty, truly dreamlike and illusory, I wonder if she's already engaged. The ancient Blackstone City, according to the memories of my past life, the first time Yilang Tian, the heir of the reincarnation heavenly venerable, gained fame was here. Yilang Tian, from the ancient celestial tribe Yi family, suffered a huge loss in his battle with his perseverance. Later, for a period of time, he was even severely defeated and lost his position as the heir. This person became famous in one stroke, as he was deeply favored by many friends of the ancient clan, and even surpassed Guchanga's reputation during that time. But although not much, his cultivation is only at the Wind Marquee level, which is the best time to seize the reincarnation ancient talisman. To enter and exit the ancient Blackstone City, you must pass through this place, and I must acquire the reincarnation ancient talisman. That night. Why do I suddenly feel uneasy? Hey, bro, do you feel it? Aren't you usually quite bold when interacting with the beauties of the heavenly pool? Why are you so cautious all of a sudden? My intuition, as always. Before he finished speaking, a huge array pattern appeared above his head. A super-large thunderbolt fiercely struck the earth. The earth and rocks were severely destroyed. But he was completely unharmed. However, he was surrounded by 4 strangers. Saint Realm cultivators, who are you? We have no grudges, why are you suddenly attacking me? No crime within 7 steps, but possessing a precious gem is a crime. It's the girl who was riding the Divine Emperor this afternoon. I'm sorry, I need to borrow your reincarnation talisman to accomplish a great matter. How do you know about the reincarnation talisman? I haven't revealed it. You don't need to know. I don't plan to negotiate with you either. Kid, if you want to live, quickly use that move. It can't be helped. The 4 elders simultaneously waved their palms toward Yiling. But the ancient talisman flashed again. He transformed into an extremely strange whirlwind, emitting the aura of a Saint Realm cultivator. Quickly protect the word Emperor. Is this the power he controls? How much energy it consumed. It took me immense effort to refine 90%, and I never expected it to be wasted here. Foolish woman, you should pay the price for your rashness. I didn't expect you Ming to not hide a talisman behind. Fortunately, he noticed in time and quickly retreated. Otherwise, he would have been devoured by that massive fire pillar. This aura truly belongs to a Saint Realm cultivator. While the support of the Jade Talisman is still being transmitted, hurry up. That woman, Ye's mother, misses you. Today, Yimu survived the great disaster, but in the future, she will definitely strip your soul and refine you into a slave girl for revenge. No wonder Yiling managed to escape Guchanga's grasp in the previous life. The result is that I underestimated his trump card. This time, I failed to achieve my goal. And next time it will probably be even more difficult. My subordinates were slow in protecting you, please forgive us, word Emperor. Thank you, Senior, for saving me. May I ask who you are? Princess Ming Kong, young Master Gu, instructed Yijiji to tell her. If she doesn't meet him, he will personally come and take her back. A woman of the Great Saint Realm is now by Guchanga's side, but there wasn't one in my previous life, was there? The Wan Dao feast at the Chao Tian K is about to begin, and young master doesn't want her to delay too long. As soon as I arrived at Wuliang, he noticed me and even sent a cultivator from the Great Background Realm to notify me. As a reborn person, I should have the upper hand. But now the ancient talisman is still not in my hands, and even my movements are under Guchanga's control. Ever since he returned from the lower realm, why are there so many variables? It seems like every step I take is within his calculations. It looks like I need to probe his intentions. Dao Tian Ancient City, Chao Tian K. The Immortal Path's Dao Tian Immortal Palace is about to open. The elders are still busy organizing the Wan Dao Feast to probe the momentum of various factions. Although the master of the Dao Tian Immortal Palace hasn't ascended to the Immortal Path in over 10,000 years, the opportunities inside remain countless. This time, the news was released that an immortal spirit was born. Faced with absolute interests, in order to avoid becoming the target of everyone's attacks, even the Dao Tian Immortal Palace has to be generous with emerging powers. But now, the 5 strongest heirs of the Immortal Palace are either injured or in seclusion. Who is left to step forward? If it were a competition among the younger generation, I might still have some advantage on the Immortal Path. The Great Elder would probably weigh things carefully, and at least during this time, he wouldn't target me too much. At this moment, Yajiji returned. Has the message come through? Yes, when Yajiji encountered Princess Ming Kong, she was surrounded by 4 Saint Realm cultivators, trapping a young man with an exceptionally strange aura. It looked like she wanted to take something from him. Did she succeed? Not yet. It seems that the young man suddenly erupted with the power of a great Saint Realm cultivator, countering the 4 Saint Realm cultivators and showing signs of counterattack. Luckily, I arrived in time to make them retreat. Yajiji was worried that young master's plan might be disrupted, so she didn't pursue them. It seems that MANHWA is using memories from her past life to compete for treasures. But I didn't expect that the young man actually possesses something that MANHWA didn't value before. And even has the means to escape from the siege of 4 Saint Realm cultivators. Haha, this young man feels so familiar, with a familiar method. Upon inspection, it was found that the Child of Luck just appeared in the life and death task. Stirring the grass and alarming the snake, it's best if he doesn't show himself again. Yes, young master. The system has already detected the Child of Luck, so it's certain that this person is related to me. However, the system hasn't issued a direct task yet. The appearance of the Child of Luck is still some distance away from me, which is good. The Wan Dao Feast is about to be held, so I can take the opportunity to meet my old acquaintances and gather information about this new Child of Luck. This time, the sect has sent us to attend the Wan Dao Feast, and there's a 50% chance that we can participate in the Immortal Path. Normally, disciples of the Dao Tian Immortal Palace would have no chance at all. I wish it were that simple. The Immortal Path you're talking about is said to be an ancient continent that hides many opportunities, which everyone wants to monopolize. This time, the Dao Tian Immortal Palace is being so generous, easing the pressure on our sect. Who knows what they're really planning? Speaking of the Dao Tian Immortal Palace, one cannot help but mention Guchanga. If he is there, I'm afraid it will be impossible for other young people to compete for opportunities. Nonsense, competing for opportunities is like killing one's parents. Doesn't Guchanga want to monopolize everything? As long as we unite, even if he's an elephant, he won't escape the ants biting. Such arrogance. Do you really think of yourself as an ant? I heard not long ago that Guchanga is at odds with the Great Elder, which has made the Great Elder furious. It seems that he can't ignore this, and Dao Tian Immortal Palace should be his base. Suddenly, a person flew into the sky. He is someone inherited from the ancient celestial clan, known as the reincarnation of the ancient emperor. Yilang Tian, did my brother say that Guchanga will come here? Don't worry, Brother Gu is the host of the Dao Tian Immortal Palace. Would he not come? Ha ha ha, Yilang Tian, you still shamelessly showed up? I heard that a few days ago, you suffered a big loss at the hands of a fellow disciple, and recently you can only manage a draw. Is that true, young master of the White Tiger Vajra clan? By lie. Ha ha ha, I'll say it, but don't feel embarrassed. Although Yilan is also a fellow brother, I know his strength. As for what this guy is so proud of, I really don't get it. Suddenly, Yi Liuli's eyes turned purple. It was the young master of the Chongqing family, Gu Jia, who had appeared. How lively. I've heard of Brother Ye's great reputation and his status as a young genius. I didn't expect to have the honor of meeting him here today. Brother Gu, your timing is perfect. I was just saying, as the host, how could you not show up at such an important gathering, Guchanga? Yan Mi. Miss Liuli, long time no see. I've heard that Brother Gu's strength is unfathomable. Meeting him in person today truly lives up to the rumors. The world compares me to Brother Gu, but that's really flattering, Yi Mu. What do you think, Brother Yi? Recently, my brother was indeed tricked by a fellow disciple, which affected his state of mind. Yi Lan really went too far, using the excuse of seeking justice for his father, stirring up public opinion to force my brother to suppress his cultivation and accept his challenge. It's not at all like Bai Lai described. Pretending to be a pig to eat a tiger, and then slapping him in the face. He talks about righteousness, but in reality, he's just pursuing his own interests. As for Yi Lan, the signs of the child of luck are quite obvious. A little action this time, and he does have some skills. But from what I know of Yi Lan Tian, this child of luck's actions seem a bit hypocritical. After all, he's in the dead realm. Perhaps I'm not qualified to evaluate him. Liuli, you're talking too much. Completing the task of disrupting the relationship with the child of luck will grant 1,000 luck points and 5,000 destiny points. Is it him? Yan Shimi, is Bai Lai calling you? You're not responding. If I'm not mistaken, he's your fiancé, right? Oh, was I making you uncomfortable here? So, Yan Mi and Bai Lai's relationship is like this? I've heard that Gu Chang'e is a dictator in the Immortal Palace, and even many elders don't dare offend him. Although Yan Mi is his direct disciple, she probably still has to be wary of his methods. Gu Chang'e, don't bully people too much. Stay away from Yan Mi. How could Brother Bai say such things? As a fellow disciple, why would I not care about her? Stop talking nonsense. Although you're strong, don't think I'm an easy target. You want to challenge me? Do you want to die? Brother Gu, please don't make things difficult for Bai Lai. He offended someone as soon as he arrived, so please, Brother Gu, for Yan Mi's sake, don't pursue this any further. She pretends not to know me. Is she protecting me from being targeted by Gu Chang'e? I didn't expect Yan Mi to block Gu Chang'e for Bai Lai. If this goes on, won't they all be killed? After all, Yan Mi is also his fellow disciple. Does he really want to act? If Yan Shimi has come out to plead, then forget it. Brother Gu, don't worry, this will definitely not happen again. The Wandao feast is about to begin. Are you not going to receive the distinguished guests? Do you plan to spend the night here? That bastard, Gu Chang'e, actually dared to call my woman over. Brother, you're right. Yan Mi will be here soon. Before leaving, Yan Mi even turned back to look at Bai Yi. Seeing his woman being treated like this, Bai Yi couldn't bear it. Gu Chang'e. Once I break through to the late Wind King realm, I will definitely seek you out to avenge the humiliation of today. Little did he know, those two constant moving figures couldn't help but smile as they walked. Master. The young people from all over are dining at the Wandao feast, aren't you planning to make an appearance? It's no longer necessary. Are you wondering why I had you act with me before, only to let Bai Lai go in the end? Yes, it's because Bai Lai offended the master in front of everyone. Even if the master punishes him, I believe the entire White Tiger clan won't say anything. Bai Lai is no fool. Although nothing happened just now, he wouldn't have dared to offend me on his own. But today, you protected him, turning him into a weakling who only relies on women's skirts, someone who can only act tough with words. Whether good or bad, he's a supreme figure of the younger generation. Watching his fiancée being humiliated by others while he can only hold back his anger, how could he tolerate this humiliation? He once said that Yi Lan was his best brother. If he can rescue his fiancée in a short amount of time, pull her out of the tiger's mouth, and team up with the one who just displayed talent, people will know more about Yi Lan, and he will definitely be the best choice. And that's exactly what I want. Speaking of which, you should quietly go check on your fiancé. He's definitely in a bad mood now. I understand, and you and the master both understand. Young master, please don't be angry. In Dao Tian Immortal Palace's territory, Gu Chang'e is like a snake. If he loses face over such trivial matters, he will lose the qualification to enter the immortal path. That's right, young master. The young mistress and Gu Chang'e are both disciples of Dao Tian Immortal Palace, so they must have suffered quite a lot. If it weren't for these matters, how could I let him humiliate me like this? Gu Chang'e, when the time comes, I will let you taste the feeling of being insulted. Liege, just in time, Yan Weiqing has arrived. The guards are getting hit even when lying down. That person with the Gu surname didn't make things difficult for her, right? Today's matter is Yenner's fault. I didn't expect Gu Chang'e to do such a thing, and even let Liege lose face. It's fine, I understand your difficulties. In Dao Tian Immortal Palace, Gu Chang'e is all-powerful. You standing up for me has already touched me greatly. Now it's the time of the Wan Dao feast, I can't leave easily. Everyone is afraid you might misunderstand, so they sneaked over to see you. Yanmi, Liege, I'm so scared. After the Immortal Path is over, I will leave Dao Tian Immortal Palace. By then, can you take me with you? Don't worry, when the Immortal Path opens, I will team up with Brother Yi to seize the opportunities. When I break through to the Midwind King realm, I will definitely make Gu Chang'e regret forcing you into this situation today. I believe in you. By the way, I will stay in Dao Tian Ancient City during this period. If you face any grievances, just use this jade token to contact me. Take it. Remember to protect yourself. You should go back now. If Gu Chang'e doesn't see you, he will definitely make things difficult for you. Liege. Go back, remember. If you are wronged, just contact me. Annoying. I suppose Brother Yilan has already arrived at Dao Tian Ancient City? Go find him and talk about old times. That's the Divine Emperor. So these are his exact words, and he wouldn't dare to hide anything from the Master. Bai Lai also said that he can contact him anytime using this jade token. Bai Lai is really devoted. If we can always know his location through this, finding Yilan will be much easier. Well done, from now on, stay close to Bai Lai's movements. If you find out he meets with Yilan, tell me immediately. Has the Wu Shuang Heavenly Dynasty arrived? Didn't Princess Mingyu come? Has she arrived? It's Princess Mingyu, not from the Wu Shuang Heavenly Dynasty, right? So the one who attacked me that day was Mingyu Kong from the Wu Shuang Heavenly Dynasty. When the time comes, old grudges and new resentments will all be settled. Long time no see, is Mingyu here because she misses her husband? You're too sentimental, stop dreaming. Ah, it hurts so much. Do you know how much I miss you? Is this the reason you had that woman notify me to come here? That woman. Strange, why does the air smell sour? Get away. Yan Ji is a powerful person I brought from the extreme realm, and she is the one I'm pursuing. Are you jealous? You're being too narcissistic. Speak, what's the matter? How boring. I heard from Yan Ji that you surrounded a man in the Wanhou realm with 4 Saint Realm experts and failed. What did that man do to offend you? Should I tell your fiancé? I'm going to kill him, to avenge you. Avenge me. A cold-blooded person like Gu Chang'e actually cares about my matters. Recently, he probably doesn't know about Yilan's uniqueness, so why does he want to kill Yilan? You don't even ask for the truth, you don't care about right or wrong, and you just want to kill him like this? Does it matter? If you want to kill him, I'll help you kill him. I want to kill whoever, and you help me kill whoever. No wonder it's Gu Chang'e, speaking such shocking murderous words, yet sounding so calm. If he's killing Yilan just because of me, then it's not entirely that he doesn't care about me. The luck of the daughter of fate, Mingyu, has not changed. Luck points increased by 800, fate points increased by 400. What, do you want me to hide the reason for you killing Yilan? Actually, she didn't say it, but I found out. It's not a big deal. I just discovered the existence of the reincarnation Heavenly Sovereign's heir. When I went to search for it, I found that Yilan had arrived first. Reincarnation Ancient Heavenly Sovereign, the power of reincarnation. So, you're planning to kill and take treasures? There was no series of question marks above Mingyu's head. This surprised me as a husband. I didn't expect Mingyu would have this kind of behavior to snatch things. I originally thought it was someone else who offended her. But then I realized she was after someone else's fortune. TSK, so it's like this. At first, Mingyu was without any scruples, but then she suddenly felt something was off. What right does he have to say such things about her? Gu Chang'e, you speak as if you are a good person. You are a scheming and venomous person. I'm just being cautious, don't rush. Bitch. What I mean is, leave this secret to me. How could I let some insignificant person stain my beloved wife's hands? Dao Tian Immortal Palace. Now that the immortal path is opening, it's inevitable. The major sects are gathering in the ancient city of Dao Tian to allow their young disciples to enter for cultivation. Elders, what do you think of this matter? Palace Master, I believe this matter should be discussed with all parties. After all, the immortal path is dangerous. If those sect disciples are injured while cultivating, and they blame us for not protecting them well, it will be hard to explain. Exactly. Although there are many dangers in the ancient immortal continent, the dangers within the immortal path are multiplied. Even I would have difficulty determining the direction once inside. The chances of young people getting injured while cultivating inside are very high. Damn it. If it were up to me, life and death are no longer matters, they can go on their own. Everyone keeps meddling, and if something goes wrong, they'll blame us. What sense does this make? Elder Yen is right. It's a voluntary matter. Our heavenly immortal palace cannot take on this responsibility. We should make it clear to them first, and if they don't accept, let them get lost. However, when young people gather together, conflicts are inevitable. Since we are the main family of the immortal palace, wouldn't it look bad if we didn't achieve any success? The 5 inner palace disciples, Sua Wunyan's Dao heart was damaged, and he has returned to the great Sua of the celestial dynasty. The other 3 are in closed-door cultivation. As for the outer disciples, they are merely unskilled. How can we rely on them? This matter. What do you mean? Why are you looking at me? When it comes to the face of the immortal palace, who should be chosen, haven't you considered that? Or do you think this old man has a narrow mind and is taking advantage of public affairs for personal revenge? No, no. The Grand Elder is magnanimous, how could he care about the juniors? But even if this time Guchanga is sent as a disciple of the immortal palace, he probably won't be looked highly upon by some people. Right now, this matter is Guchanga's opportunity. Although this kid is headstrong and hard to control, at least he has cultivated the immortal palace's immortal Dao classics, which belong to our sect. Even if he has selfish motives, does he still dare to repeat the same mistake and exterminate a clan as he did in the past? In my opinion, Guchanga representing the immortal palace to compete with the other top talents is reasonable. He should be given an official identity. This position has been vacant for a long time. And indeed, someone should fill it. Palace Master, no need to say more, I still understand the rules. Fine, today I will put aside my pride and go meet that kid. That's settled then. At this moment, Sienna was sitting and cultivating. Suddenly, someone walked over. It was none other than Yu Mingkong. You are Guchanga's fiancé, Yu Mingkong, the empress of the unmatched heavenly dynasty. Sienna, you truly have a sharp eye. I heard that you've been cultivating beside the elders. I've been busy, so I came to check on you. Is that so? Where is Guchanga? Why didn't he come? He left the immortal palace, and no one knows where he went. Is that so? Does this expression mean you're disappointed because Guchanga didn't come? This hateful guy, I originally planned to break through to the Feng Ho realm and then beat him into a pig's head. Actually, I also heard about the thing between him and my sister last year. Chuanchanga is not only hateful, but also very dangerous. Before you're sure of yourself, you should absolutely avoid conflict with him. However, before you grow stronger, I will know how to protect you. You say you want to protect me? Thank you for your kindness, but I don't need it. Aren't you Chuanchanga's fiancé? How could you say that to me? Yu Mingkong scratched his head, unsure how to respond. It's nothing. Maybe I just want to make up for the guilt and unease in my heart. The bad things Chuanchanga has done, let me help him repay a little. Repay him? How much must one love someone to say such things? As for Yu Mingkong's past, I have also solved some problems in one-sided relationships and made some exchanges. In the end, she can be considered a pitiful person. Chuanchanga is truly a despicable guy. This time, after absorbing all the resources collected by Yan Ming, Chuanchanga's cultivation has broken through to the heavenly god realm. Next, I just need to pay attention to Yiling's movements. Right now, Yiling is in the open, while Chuanchanga is operating behind the scenes. Dealing with him is actually quite simple. Logically speaking, Yu Mingkong, as a reborn person, with foresight, should have the greatest advantage. The opportunities she knows must be more than what Yiling knows. She should be well aware of Yiling's growth trajectory. I originally wanted to learn more about Yiling from her. But when I returned after going out for a while, I found she had disappeared. Who will she come into contact with in the heavenly immortal palace? Could she be looking for a mortaler? Suddenly, a voice called out. It was the Grand Elder walking over. To think that the Grand Elder personally came to my supreme peak. I wonder what brings him here. In the heavenly immortal palace, do I still need your permission to go wherever I want? Of course, there's no need for that. But Chuanchanga feels a bit tired and was planning to rest for a while. If the Grand Elder has no other matters, it would be best to return.